to say we not about to play. We is not about to play these games like we don't know how Dre be coming.
I'm chilling.
See you. I gotta start giving you the 411 him because you don't be around.
What you mean? I heard Dre kicking black men teeth in. I heard.
No, yeah, right.
Yeah, man, no. She be blowing them niggas' backs out. All no pause.
Oh, that is crazy.
No Vaseline.
Damn. Yeah, man. I heard say she come in there and just say black men ain't this, ain't that, ain't this.
They can be. I think it's a choice. It's
you're
not
level
my
setting.
fault.
Don't let them come on you like that. She comes in and level sets the room. She comes in and brings balance and restores because we've heard about what we don't do. So she's just coming in, keeping it real.
Keeping it real. I don't say anything that's a lie or anything that's. I'm just hyperbolic. Saying it needs some criticism needs to be had. We could do better. We could do a lot better, and I don't see anything wrong with that. Unless black men feel like they don't want to take accountability, then just say that and shut it down every time.
Yeah.
Damn. So what don't black men be doing?
Let black women know what it is, and we would get along a lot better.
So what are we doing so bad, Andrea? Black men.
Is that for this show?
I'm just asking.
HAMP starting.
No, I'm just asking. Since y'all brought it up, I'm just asking. What do we do that's so bad? Talk your shit.
The worst thing of it would be the games.
What games?
And even from what I've been told, I've never dated out. I don't entertain other groups of men. I just don't.
It's different.
I guess this is FUBU, whatever. Remember, I forget who said that. Somebody said it's FUBU, but from what I've been told, a lot of other groups of men are more straightforward, and a lot of our men play games. And I feel like we would get a lot more done if black men were straightforward. And I've talked to black men who have told me the truth. And they said that the reason is because we always get told no, we always get shut down, where other groups of men, it's a yes. They get a lot more yes as far as women and whatever. But I tell men that I care about and love, you shouldn't be bribed by the same things that women are bribed by. So at first it seems like of course that's something that you're going to say you want, you're all for, but where does it really get you? Because even biblically, which, I'm not Christian, but I believe in God. I'm spiritual. I just fell back from Christianity from what I grew up in, some inconsistencies, but that's for another show. But yeah, even biblically it speaks, there's many men in the Bible who an overabundance of anything is not good. Too little or too much is not good, period. That's just the law of nature. So, or the law of life, the law of everything. So, I say don't be bribed by the same things that women are bribed with, by the bad boy. He's interesting. He's not boring. He's not routine. Always a thrill. Always something going on. Always knowing people, just lit. Right. But then what's the cost? What's the end result? It's not something that's sustainable long term. That would be the same as men, saying, oh, well, are women always saying no and what they not going to do, versus, other groups of women will quickly encourage a lot of BS and men will go with it, not even seeing how dangerous or how unhealthy or negative that it can be long term. So I would say that's the worst of it. I just want our men to be really authentic. And I something that I tell young boys, or that I would tell my son, is if she's not going for it, then that's just not for you. You want someone who is willing to do whatever you want them to do. That's key. Because if you don't want to give it to me, I don't want it. I'm cool. And I know, and I'm sorry, and I know biologically men think somewhat different with that regard, but I just don't understand, I want someone, or I want something that is willingly given to me. So
Mel, you just gonna let us say all this?
Don't pertain to me.
How? How?
I ain't dealing with what she been dealing with.
You ain't dealing with what she been dealing with, or you ain't the niggas she been dealing with?
I ain't the niggas.
What a part of that jacket she just cast make you exonerated from?
I'm out the way.
You authentic, Mel, through and through?
Yeah, I don't lie.
Okay. And Mel is we're a little older. I don't know if that, because as you get older too, you're going to be less fake and less pressed about to try to get what you want. But that would be a great thing. Just say it. Oh, I want sex. Oh, I don't want a commitment. And just quickly. We don't need to be years, days. That's silly and counterproductive.
You think most women will have sex with him if he say all he wants is sex?
Not most, but there will be women who will more than willing, on the spot right there. Let's go. What you waiting for? Is it hard?
What she do for work, Dre?
There's different types of women. So again, that's where it just doesn't make any sense. It's counterproductive to be fronting and faking, and it's just a lot of that with our men.
What job? What is their occupation? The ones that's ready to go. What do you think they do?
Sorry.
Sorry about what?
You said what? Him?
No. What do those women do that's ready to go? What's their occupation?
All types of occupations. I don't know. Every woman has their individual kinks, and every woman has their sex life or whatever they enjoy or whatever they don't enjoy. It doesn't matter the profession. I mean, there's doctors who want to get freaky, and there's doctors who don't.
Fellas, you hear that? So just tell them the truth. You're gonna exponentially decrease your access. But there are these women out there that are going if you just say the word.
Hold on, but the sustainability and the consequences and long term hemp you have to consider also. So I can trick you right now and steal your car or steal whatever. Like, what's the consequences with long term? Is it it's counterproductive? That's what I'm trying to say. So yes,
man, you be letting the nigga clap them cheeks when he tell you that shit. Nigga tell you the truth, you let the nigga clap them cheeks on the first date or not? Like, you know what I'm saying?
You said what?
Nigga tell you the truth on the first day, you letting them clap them cheeks that first night or what?
No, but I'll never let anybody do
what
that.
You giving this advice for?
Hold on, but I never. Oh, no, not like that, Sean. I'm sorry, sweetie. No, I'm saying I've never done that with anybody, so it won't happen here. But there is women who have had multiple situations on the first night.
Hey, but look, Drea, these poetic ass lies, they get them cheeks on the first motherfucking night for these niggas. That shit like verbal pixie dust, niggas sprinkling in y'all.
Hold on, so you're saying all women sleep with a man on the first night?
I ain't saying that. I'm just saying these niggas, if lying is working for niggas, how you gonna convince them to tell the truth on the first day if they ain't go clap? If the lying is getting them getting the cheeks.
So then with that being said, I don't discourage women from doing shady stuff to men.
Women do shady stuff to men anyway, so you don't even have
whatever consequence arises from you lying and manipulating is on you.
What could the consequences be?
It could be whatever. Have you had some? Okay, I don't. Somebody can speak.
But when they be going coming to your house trying to slice your tires, then y'all be like, "Oh my goodness!"
Calling the YN.
I don't know.
Meet the cheeks. That's the consequence. Meet the cheeks. Fuck all that. That's the consequences. Meet the cheeks.
Like
they rob you, they drug you. I don't know what they do.
Rob who?
Whoever.
No grown man ever robbed
maybe not you,
right? Because don't you tell women that with thugs?
What?
Yo, so Hey, Dre, I'm not going down this road because I'm trying to have fun. You know, the Bible is women doing treacherous shit before the men do anything. So the story, like Solomon, when you talk about gluttony, the women made him go off by the things that he was adopting from them. When you look at Samson and Delilah, she tricked him. He went to sleep, cut his hair off. When you look at Eve, right, she fell for the serpent, the smooth talking nigga, and then had her husband do the same thing. So the most popular stories, when you put them in real context and perspective, they actually go the other way.
So Adam that got the directive from God, but Eve didn't, and he was there. And then Solomon that fell because he fell in love with foreign women. So it was the woman's fault or the man that had the guidance?
Did you read it? Did you read it?
Yep. You know what?
Yeah. So because remember what I said. Now I'm not saying those men, I'm not exonerating those men, right? But that was missed. I'm saying that those men, the treachery came from the women, right? So when Eve came to him, Adam has a responsibility to make the right decision, but yet, right, her influence, right, what she said to him, he erred, right? So I'm just looking at the denominator of who did the wrong first. When you look at Solomon, what he goes off was listening to them women and adopting their
hold
on. That's what I'm saying. Just read 1 Kings 11, right? Read 1 Kings 10 and read 1 Kings 11. So what happens with Solomon is very specifically, he goes off into idolatry because of what he was learning and listening to from his wives. He still has a responsibility, but I'm saying they were putting these thoughts in his head, you see?
But didn't he get advice?
Hold on. And then just the same thing with Delilah, right? The trust that he put in her, he went to sleep, she cut his hair, this is what happened. These men have a responsibility, right? But the treachery came from the other side. Not saying, I'm not exonerating them, but I'm just looking at the sequence of events. He has a responsibility to make the right decision, but the negative influence came from somewhere, and it happened to be those women in those stories.
Hemp, I agree, but I agree, Hemp, even still, it's the same thing, because when you're dealing with all these women, you're not considering, you're not considering all the different energy, who they are, how they really get down, what they're really involved with. So, however, that's still the same thing, because you invited all those different types of women in, not
and
even
then you wonder when you get fucked over.
Yeah, considering they're righteous women.
No, so yeah, you saying, yeah, nigga, protect yourself because you already know what's out here. We got old evidence of it, right? And if men are the leaders, right, you have a responsibility to try to discern through that shit. And when you don't, you get fucked over.
Yeah, you have to vet the woman. I mean, because she's gonna open you up to all types of things. I mean,
what were Tiff and Love disagreeing with? What did I say that was wrong?
I was disagreeing with a lot, but I don't know. I'm trying to do this tonight. But what I didn't even say anything, but Tiff did a little bit. What I'm saying is, the man is still accountable. So you keep. I
said that. So that's my man. What were you guys disagreeing with?
Are you gonna let me, like, you sat there and asked me a question? I'm trying to answer it.
No, what I was saying was this. What did you disagree with? If I held the men responsible hold on. Well, what I'm saying is this. What did you disagree with? If literally every story I reference, the man is responsible, right? He has to have the discernment to make the right decision regardless of the influence. But I know where the influence came from.
The story, because you are dismissing their accountability. You are dismissing the fact that they chose wrong. And that's where it starts and that's where it stops. The responsibility of the man, and he is accountable for making those decisions. Just like Drea just said, there's good women out there, but he got distracted by the wrong woman. He chose wrong, but he didn't choose the right.
What do you mean? Sorry.
He didn't choose the right one. He chose the wrong one.
Let me understand.
Consequences.
Let me understand. Chose wrong what? Like, what do you mean chose wrong?
You just said it. The treachery of the women.
The woman that they chose was the wrong woman.
Yeah. He overlooked the good ones to get the bad ones. And I'm boiling it down to that. That's all I'm boiling it down. Every single man in your story that you talked about.
He gave
every single one. Solomon, Samson. Who was the other one you gave?
Adam?
No, you're not taking that jacket. No, Solomon had over 100 wives, and the reason that was because he was married. he married foreign wives that were not within the alignment of God's word. Adam had Eve, and he was very aware of the rules. And had he trusted God,
but you're making a different argument, right? I'm being pretty diplomatic, to be honest, right? But love, what you're saying, love, is you said Adam, but Adam didn't choose. So you weren't talking about Adam then, because you said every story I mentioned except Adam, I assume.
Yes, except for.
But
Adam.
did Adam choose the love of a woman over God?
At the same time, it was still Adam's fault. It was his accountability, his responsibility. Every other man you mentioned chose wrong. Adam didn't have a choice. He did have a choice not to listen to Eve, though. He decided to listen to Eve, even though God gave him the directive. His decision, his choice. He chose wrong. He chose to listen to her and not God. Okay.
Now think about this, fellas. Think about this, fellas. Right? Listen to what's happening. Right? Even Drea was like, yeah, nigga, that's why you right. We were able to have a conversation. These two niggas ain't even listening to me. They just start fighting for no reason.
You're not saying anything different, him. You asked me a question, I tried to answer it, and he started interrupting me.
Hey, him.
Well, you were just.
My answer is not going to change.
I'm not trying to change it.
I heard what you said. You're not saying anything different.
I'm not trying to change it, but hey, August, did you hear me say that he's responsible to make the right decision regardless of what she brings to him in terms of information?
Ultimately, yes.
I heard that too.
And so I said, I'm not exonerating him. Stop cutting off. There's no need. I'm not exonerating him by any means. He's still responsible to make the right decision. Didn't I say that? But who brought the treachery? That's what I said. I said he's not exonerated. I don't even know what they fighting.
What I'm saying.
I'm gonna say Solomon brought it because he brought them foreign wives in there, and I'm gonna say Adam caused it because he should have said, God, this woman that you gave me here, boy, she ain't right, sir. Get her up out of here, sir. She trying to get me to do bad things, sir. And I know everything you do is good. This woman wicked. Give me a new good one. That's what he should.
Another reason I'm shaking my head too is because you're bringing up the Bible and it got chopped and screwed, and it was written from a patriarchal viewpoint. And it published for a different day.
yo, Shad, you still dating right now?
I'm still dating, man. I'm still dating. When we talk about the Bible or him, I don't know. That might be.
I wasn't even trying. It was literally like it was because Drea was walking down a point, so we were just like walking it down here. She had mentioned the Bible. You see, I ain't say. Oh no, I did say one book chapter verse. I did say that. I didn't mean to, but it just. And then they argue with me, and it's nothing I didn't say already.
Why do you do that? I didn't argue against what you said. I'm adding on more context. Nobody argued against what you said. I'm not disagreeing with that. I know. I said I heard you say it. I acknowledge you said it, but you keep on putting it back on the treachery of the. I'm done talking about this. This is not what I came on here.
You said, hold on, Melly Mel. Didn't she say I disagree with a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to know what I disagree with? You want to know what I disagree with? I'll say it again. I disagree with you bringing up these examples because the Bible is from a patriarchal viewpoint.
But isn't it in the
text?
text?
Of course, is going to bring it as the woman is basically the treachery of the woman, and it was her fault because she made him do it. Of course, it's written from that viewpoint.
So then, why in Judges 4?
Disagreeing with.
Why in Judges 4 did they make the man look like a pussy?
Because they exist too. That's a part of society.
But it's patriarch. So what is it?
But it's also survival of the fittest, right? It's also alpha.
No, he went to a woman. He went to a woman in Judges 4 and said, "I'm only going if you go with me." That's what he told the woman.
I thought that was in Esther.
Come on now.
I thought that was in Esther. Okay, well, I guess we can't have this conversation. I once thought it was in Esther.
Judges 4. That's where it's at. I'm telling you. So he literally says, I'm only going, even though God told me, I'm only going if you go with me. So why did they not leave that part out?
Because it's showing there's different levels of manhood. You asked me a question, I try to answer, and you sit there and you shut me off. So why even bother asking me a question then?
Why does it have the mom being so strong in the Apocrypha with her 7 sons, and her 7 sons die and she hold it down? Why does it talk about Judith, how she saved Israel by coercing the king and cutting his head off? Is she just talking? See, Shad, I ain't want to do this, Shad. You see what I'm saying? I ain't want to do this.
Is this married, single?
I be telling niggas to leave you alone when it come to that Bible talk. You see, I just be quiet.
You know he be in his bag.
That's yeah.
Just
I can see.
like yo, because me and Dre was on the same page. Like we was yo, man. That's what I'm saying, bro.
Hamp, I said it was for another day, the Bible talk.
Nah, you good, Dre. It's this nigga with the turban head ass nigga. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. DJ Hamperstand Pee Wee in the building, man. Yo, love, what's popping?
What?
You on mute?
What?
Trying to say hi, Snaggletooth.
Good.
What's good, man? You know you don't got no back teeth. What's popping?
I got all my teeth. All of them. No cavity.
My bad.
They white, they clean. Cut it out. Don't play with it.
I bet you $10 Saw missing a back tooth.
Well, I ain't gonna do with that.
Yeah. For sure. I got 10 on it.
I have on my thank you. So yeah.
Bully, man.
Saudi was good, man. How you?
You know, I'm here.
Making it, doing the right thing.
Yeah. And took back
All
up.
right. My bad. I'm chilling, man. They started it. Tiff, what's popping, Tiff?
Hello. How are you?
You all right? Yo, Tiff, man, what's up with your channel, man? Let them know where they can find you at and all that. You know what I mean?
I'm at Hypocrisy. I'm starting a new series. We're going to do the ABCs and 1, 2, 3s of economics, government, and also healing. So based on some of the things that have been happening, I think one, we need to just go down bare bones to, it's going to be family friendly. So you, your spouse, your whomever. Oh, you know what I have on right here. So the ABCs of democracy, of kind of making sure that we understand how our government works. And then the ABCs of Black history, of kind of just bringing in an entry level of learning how to receive the information, a base level of how the government works, affirmations, everything in a very intro level so that you have information, you get books, and then from there, we'll take the journey. We have the next 3.5 years as our new leadership is there, where we get to learn together. But I'm doing great. So it's at Hypocrisy. I'll drop the link, and I'd love for you to come over and have fun. We do politics and all that stuff. And don't tell him if I do some energy work, we're gonna act like he don't really see that channel and what's happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just between us. He don't need to know. It's just cousins. It's just wow.
Mm-hmm. Damn, man. Yo, y'all please go to Tiff channel, man. Yeah, this was Sean. I thought she saw this.
I like
my subtle way.
I'm start doing it when I'm on a date. When they talk too much,
I don't know what this is. That's a lot. Sean, I'm gonna give you the cheat code. You're supposed to be like, fall back into your feminine, and I'll be like, oh,
that's the cheat code, Tiff. Because I don't want to interrupt your elevator speech. But ain't that many floors in this building? God damn it. You know, so they know where to find you. For me, make sure y'all go like, share, and subscribe to Tiff, man. I know I ain't see Empress yet. Y'all see her? But Empress usually get everybody organized. She'll find the link real quick, or I will see if we allocate somebody else, man. Salute. Drea, what's goody, man? How you?
Good. I'm here.
Yeah, man. I got black men up here. You gonna be nice to them, or it depends?
Oh, I wanted to know what do they feel about what I said?
Hold on, Dre. Let me say hi to everybody first. Christ. Can I finish saying hi, Dre, or no?
I don't know. 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 I don't What you say?
Can I finish saying hi to everybody first?
Oh yes, oops, absolutely.
Thank you, Dre. August, what's popping?
What's popping? What's popping?
You know I'm hot fire.
It's all good. It's all good. I'll let you get your shit off, man. If I don't get to my questions, it's all right, man. August, what's good, my boy? How you, man?
Man, I'm cooling, man. The same old thing, man. Slow motion, you already know.
Y'all got good weather up there? The weather good up there?
Nah, it's bad right now. I'm on, I'm on the phone right now. I couldn't use my laptop, so I'm on no files tonight.
So it's out because of the weather, or y'all just had an outage type shit?
It's out because of the weather. So it started raining a little earlier, and it got real bad. We having like some flash flooding, so just my Wi-Fi is out right now.
Word. Okay. God bless.
There's a way. You know what I mean? I'm on the AirPods. Is it coming in clear? It's not too loud enough.
Yeah, you good. You good. Yeah. The blur effect just got you a little bit blurry, but it's not crazy. You know what I'm saying?
You want me to take it off?
No, you fine. If you got it blurred for a reason, you good. Yeah. Sean, what's popping? Oh, yeah.
Man, ain't nothing, man. Just trying to interact a little bit before I fall asleep up here.
I need to get you going, man. Damn, boy.
Long day. I ain't gonna make it.
You be moving around. You be moving around all day too. Like
a long fucking day.
Damn, Sean. Even when I text y'all niggas, it was like 6 o'clock, right? 6:30? 6?
Yeah.
Or it was 6 for me, so like 7. But yeah, man. Damn. Man, that's what's up, man. I ain't got anything to talk
with this nigga August today, bro. Hey, Dre got him.
Why you gotta be enemy number one, bro?
Hey, Dre go get this nigga what he looking for today. You hear me? And Sherelle here. Oh yeah.
Yeah, Dre, sure. Hey man, make sure I go follow Sean _Antonio on the IG. Okay. Yep. Aaron here. Aaron gonna work it. Feel me? No, that ain't right though, right, Sean? I think I got an underscore. Aaron, well, that's the YouTube. Okay. And remember he was looking for submissions of people who are interested in the was it poetry, right? Poetry, writing, things of that nature. Public speaking. Mm-hmm. So tune in with Sean for sure, man. I think even if you think you good at it, go see. You know what I'm saying? You can always improve, man. That's a very important skill.
Signed up so far, man. Appreciate it.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. Melly Mel, what's popping?
What's good?
It was goody, man. You all right?
Yeah, I'm straight.
Can you represent for the YNs or no?
It's borderline.
Can you represent for the YNs or no? What you think, man?
Not tonight.
This nigga, man. All right, man. All right. Shy, what's popping?
Yo, maybe. Another day. Another opportunity to do better than I did yesterday, yo.
What's goody, man? What we got popping, man?
Man, we 2 weeks away from the screening of my short film. I'm super excited, man. A new dad will be showing at the Jackson Film Festival. Shout out to Hamp pulling up. Shout out to Bravo Tech. He let me know yesterday he pulling up. Mm-hmm. So, man, it's love. And I told my mom, I said, it's real support around here. So the city excited. I got a lot of people coming out to show me love, man. So I'm excited to show my first film. One and many more coming. So it's a good time, man.
Yeah, man. That's what's up, man. We proud of you for that, man. Make sure y'all drop the link. Go follow Shad on Instagram. I'm telling you, man. That nigga Ryan Coogler had 300 followers at one point, bro. His wifey had to buy his editing equipment, and the rest is history, my nigga.
Yeah, that's why I'm messing up. You see, I'm a dating friend, so I need to get my shit together because I ain't gonna make it till I get a wife. I'm realizing now, bro. It's me. It's me.
I got some
Indeed, bro.
It's me, bro.
Indeed. And now Shad, you know what's gonna happen, right? As you grow, everybody you meet gonna be an actor, a writer.
It's already like that.
Yeah, you know, I do a little acting in my day. You know, right. You know what I'm saying? You see me, I'm looking for a starring role already. I ain't never acted.
I told you I'm writing a new project, and I'm trying to work something. I got a scene idea for you, so just stay tuned, brother. Stay tuned.
I'm ready, bro. Yo, I'm telling you, I'm trying to outdo Cam, man, because that Alpo performance was legendary, man. But I think I could do better. You know what I'm saying?
Stay tuned.
That's what's up, man. Rel, what's popping?
I thought you were very hey y'all.
What's up?
Huh?
You're very ugly, short, unprofessional.
Oh, that was his new, man. You know what I mean? You good? Hey, one thing though. I don't really say too much about you, man. You know, you snaggletooth, pigeon toe, knock knee, slew foot, cross-eyed and shit. But other than that, man, you all right. Man, big ass cheekbones, man. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. All right, Dre, go ahead, man. Go ahead, Dre. Fuck what Hamp talking about. Go ahead, Dre. What you wanted to ask these niggas in the middle of the introductions? Go ahead.
Here you go. I want to hear from the men on the panel. Why do you feel like the need to be such chameleons to sustain?
Why do we have to be chameleons to sustain what?
A love life, a sex life, any life.
She done.
That's a big question.
Yo, she just, and it's loaded. It's
in
not
reference to this, a love life, sex life. There.
So, Straya, you said it's not a question if they do it, it's why we do it.
Yes.
So, what if they disagree?
Well, all right. I'll entertain it. Let's do it. Let's do it for the show.
Who you want to answer first?
Why? Oh, well, okay. PR. Do you do it?
No, I'm saying who you want to answer. All right, Sean, what you think about her
anybody?
question?
I don't. No order. No particular order. I don't care.
Can you repeat the question?
I already know Sean coming for me, so go ahead, Sean.
Pause. Hey, what's the question again? I'm sorry. I
Why do
you were just talking shit. My bad.
Yeah, so the question is, why do you feel that Black men need to be chameleons to sustain any type of dating or relationship?
All right. This is why Black men got to be chameleons to sustain a relationship. Because it's a contest. I'm just gonna keep it a bean. Y'all so full of shit. Y'all be lying. Y'all be tipping and dipping. Y'all be sucking side. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be getting loaded up, pound with side nigga dick. So why not? If we playing the game, let's play. Game on. Never asked me the question first.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was.
Are you okay?
That was crazy.
Oh yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Hey, before I fall asleep, I gotta give y'all all this toxicity. You feel me?
Thank you, Sean.
Hey, did I lie though?
Thank you.
Did I lie though?
I don't know whose ministry you were talking to, but I'm the married friend. So y'all single people have at it.
Just look, if y'all always gonna have side nigga dick on the menu, we should. Hey, look, man. Women. I'm saying,
hold on, so even when we don't, Sean, when we don't, what's the need to continue to be a chameleon?
Because I gotta assume that you do. Because look, none of y'all look trustworthy except Sherelle.
So men
wow,
are insecure.
That's disrespectful. You're not gonna do me that way.
Sean is right.
All this chocolate down here.
Sean is right.
Y'all chocolate women are toxic.
Sean is right. Men are insecure. I've known this since we was teens. Men, they have been insecure. Since teens, you could have been a virgin, which I was a virgin, and they'll be like, you slept with such and such. How did I sleep with him?
Well, small as violin. Cry me a river.
So no. So that is the honest truth. Men are men are very insecure. They assume that you are sleeping with people because look at the biological difference where I could go out in these streets and talk to whoever, just have men around me, surrounding me, just doing this, doing that. So you're going to project and assume that I'm sleeping with them because you want to sleep with the people you're around because you have to. Because I'm sorry.
You ever had some side nigga dick?
No, not in a relationship. No, Sean, 100%. I do not do that. Which I need to turn over a new leaf because the girls have told me I've been suffering for no reason.
Okay, so the girls that's telling you that, we should assume that they have some side nigga dick, huh?
Those are the people that I know. This is some of the people I know, but this doesn't speak for all women.
The answer is yes, right?
This doesn't speak for all women.
So let me get.
But I've been suffering.
You're an innocent fairy hanging with a bunch of what? Hyenas,
No. I'm not saying all of that. I'm saying some people do it, some people don't. That's life. Some men do cheat, some men. There's men that don't. That's life.
Look, I don't know the difference, so I'm gonna treat everybody the same, right? It makes sense, right?
Okay, I don't cheat, and I don't have a reason to lie. If I did, cool, but I don't cheat. Not if I'm in a committed relationship. Now, if it's so bad, I'm going to leave you.
Do you think cheaters sit up here and say I cheat?
Huh?
Do you think cheaters sit up here and say I cheat?
Yes.
Now, women
every day, B. Every day.
I don't think we had a woman up here yet that say I cheat.
Well, our cheaters do admit they cheat.
I don't know for the guys.
It's crazy.
I don't remember some shit. I don't remember.
Because honestly, it's a lot of people that cheat.
I was the super bitch. I was out here cheating on my niggas, getting piped down on the side.
Hold on, but there's a lot of married people that cheat, and we know there's a lot of married people that cheat, so they're not kind of being lying about it. Yes, a lot of married people cheat, men and women.
Okay, so I shouldn't assume that she gonna cheat, or
no, you shouldn't. Why would you? So should we assume because you're a black man, you're a thug?
Nah, we should assume because you got a vagina that you gonna get some side nigga dick.
I just want to clarify one thing, Dragon. Did you say that the girls was telling you they're on the side?
The girls was just telling me that I was miserable for they don't know why.
That means Jess saw it.
Yeah, that's what I just want a yes or no answer. Cause that's crazy.
You
already got a that's crazy from Saw, so you know it's crazy.
Yeah.
Come on, answer the question directly.
I won't lie. Yeah, I had one friend was like, I just don't deal with that, but that's her. That's her personality.
Dre, you ever smash another nigga while on a break?
No.
That's
why I'm. That's why.
Dre, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question as a dating single friend. Are you experiencing men changing their modus operandi the closer you get to them? Is this happening to you where men are being chameleons around you?
Yes, I see it often. And this is even men that I have nothing, work, community, family, friends, so I've seen this my whole life. With
you saying
school
that
things, whatever.
But you just around men and you setting unagreed upon expectations of them. And then when you don't know them or you haven't spent time with them, you see a different behavior, and now you saying they're being a chameleon. You don't have a relationship. You said it's everywhere. So if people aren't acting how you think they should act, you call them a chameleon. You don't even know them.
That's correct, Hamp. Because I just in general expect you to be who you say you are. Unless you're an entertainer or unless I don't expect you like him, like you, let's use you as an example. I don't expect you to be, 1 minute you're saying I'm a God-fearing man, and then, the next day you're out here acting immoral. Okay, with the exceptions, I'm not saying you're perfect. I'm not saying that you're gonna be flawless or anything like that. But you get what I'm saying, though. You're out here intentionally being immoral when you claim that you're a God-fearing man, kind of like what pastors do.
But Drea, that directly aligns with your belief system. You don't believe in nothing. You said God was in you.
What you mean I don't believe in nothing?
Remember, you were saying you don't believe in the God of the Bible is flawed. You don't believe in this. You made your own. Remember you made your own religion.
Be for real.
But what I'm saying is this: I
said I believe in God.
You made your own religion up, though, right? It's your own thing from all the sources you read, right? So now you saying, "Oh, what?"
My own religion.
Yeah, because you literally the only standards that it has is your standards. Nobody can judge you on it, right?
Yes, you can. If I don't live what I'm saying, if like I'm sitting up here saying, example, I'm sitting up here saying I'm abstaining and I'm talking. So if you find out that I'm actually bent over every other night, like I'm confused. You're not living what you're saying.
You were conflating. You said religion, right? But what you believe in ain't what I believe in. So whatever you deem moral is based on because you was on a POV a month ago. We had the whole conversation.
Hold on, there's aspects that we don't agree on, but you believe in God, I believe in God, you believe in a higher power, I do, you believe in conducting yourself in a certain way, I do. There's a lot of things that are the same.
What
but
way
there's some differences.
No, it's vastly different.
Okay, well, I'm not a Christian anymore. If that what you're referring to.
What I'm saying is what you said on the POV. I'll get the clip so you can recalibrate, right?
Okay.
You were essentially saying that you came up with your own shit because you plucked through different books and different religion. You said this makes more sense to me to make my own thing.
Well, spirituality. I think
right.
I'm sorry. Spirituality makes more sense after I've researched.
Yeah, that's the umbrella. All right, because I don't want to belabor it too much, right? But that's the umbrella, right? So you come up with your own construct that makes the most sense to you. That's exactly how you treat men out on the earth, because you're saying there's expectations that you have for them, although you have no relationship. You just seeing how they move, and so now you judging them based off that. Right? If you see me moving a certain way based on your based on your spirituality, you see me moving a certain way, you're gonna judge me off it. But we don't have an agreed upon expectation. So you calling people a chameleon with no expectation.
Well, no, Hamp. I don't use what I believe to judge people off, because I could be a Buddhist, I could be a Muslim. I don't do that. I judge a man and a woman off the fruits of their labor. I judge them off of what they say and then how they move. I judge them mainly off of how they move, because I kind of don't care what you say.
You don't know them though. You don't know them. You just calling them chameleons.
Well, yeah, because if you say something and then you live, like I said, if like I'm here saying I'm talking, I'm dating, whatever you want to call it, but I'm not having sex, I'm not in a committed relationship.
You don't know if they
you caught me, if you had some evidence, I'm bent over, I'm in a committed relationship. So then why am I sitting here saying that I'm not? That's a chameleon. You're saying something, but you're moving different. I don't understand. That's a lie.
But you don't know men to say men are chameleons. The sources that you had was like work, school, somebody else's life.
No. But that's what I'm saying. That all that's irrelevant. I'm simply going off what you said and what you do. It doesn't matter what you could be an atheist. You could be a Mason. I'm going off of what you say and what you do.
Why are you so susceptible to these lies?
It's actually simple. And there would be a lot less drama if women just started to pick up on that. What does he say and what does he do?
I thought y'all had women's intuition though. Like where's the discernment?
It's
like
easy.
Where's the intuition though? I thought y'all had women's intuition.
That is the intuition. What you said and then what you did, and then my intuition is telling me you're fake and you're a chameleon. That's my intuition.
Downtown, you know what I mean?
My intuit is telling me that you're a chameleon and you're fake and you're a snake, right? Because you're saying one thing, but then you're doing something else. That's a chameleon, right? That's this.
A nigga's goal, right? A nigga's goal is getting into the end zone, right? One goal.
I'm sorry.
End zone. Score. A nigga's goal is to score, right? So
no.
Yeah.
Hold on. Goal should be to be trill, to be honest, to be authentic.
No, fuck all that. Look. I'm just saying, right? So you meet a nigga out there, right? The nigga's goal is to score, right?
You're a chameleon.
Hold on. A nigga's goal is to score, right?
Hold on, no. Hold on. So then you should say that that's your goal. That's kind of my point. Then you should say that.
Chameleon shit, and then he scores, and then your intuition kicks in.
And then that's when the delusion kicks in. And then
he won. He scored. He on his way home out the arena. And now you intuition in the end zone by yourself and the game is over.
Hold on, but why can't you say that that's your intent? I don't get it.
Oh, I do. I'm just saying. I'm talking about that.
Because it's a lot of women if they say
because
that
that's not every man's goal, though.
How you figure?
But then
hold on. How do I figure through experience? Because I've talked to men.
Tell me a heterosexual man whose goal ain't.
I talked to men who I've never slept with.
Tell me a heterosexual man whose goal is not to fuck.
But that's the thing. That's the thing. Also, when y'all do keep
tell me a heterosexual man whose goal is not to fuck, Sod.
I'm not saying most, but
the point of the matter is, even when y'all keep it real, you can't lie, Drea. Some bitches be a little bit delusional. So
go ahead, Sod. I'm sorry.
So they know.
Hey, real quick, is this majority or minority? What you think?
Hold on. What's Sod? What you say?
I hate that question.
Hold on, Sod.
Hold on, Drea. Real quick, Drea. You got a little bit of a delay, so it sounds like you cutting people off, but it's just that you got a little bit of delay. So just pause a little bit. Yeah, it's all good. So, Sod, what do you think? Majority or minority of the women be delusional? Because here's what we know.
I want to say,
tell the
here's
truth.
What we know. Here's what we know, Sadia. We know. Shad know. Sean know. August Mel know. Mel should know. He a young nigga. They be talking themselves into giving you pussy.
Yeah, so that's
why they make you just make me feel so different. It's just something about you. They be doing that shit to themselves. Niggas, all these niggas getting cheeks don't got game like the 86 Lakers. They be wanting to get it shaken. That's so what where's the because you was about to take that walk. Go ahead. I'm walking with you, Saw. Talk your shit. Like, what you think?
Saying, like, I get what Drea. This is what I be saying. Like, I see where she be going, but then it be fucking me up because I be like, no. So it's like, yeah, I get you, but then like, no, niggas do be keeping it real, and the bitches still be delusional. So it's like we be doing it to ourselves, and then just be wanting to cry. Like, what the fuck is you crying for? Like the fucking meme the other time, the couple shows ago. Like, I'm asking you if you're okay, and you telling me yeah, then you turn around and you crying. Like, what?
Wait, stop. What part am I delusional about? Tell me.
About niggas not keeping it real. Like, yeah, some niggas don't, but they be weird. But like, I feel like most niggas be keeping it real. Like,
stop. What I mean.
And even pause. And even if they not keeping it real, nigga, they giving you the signs. Like you can see. Like you can.
I'm with Sadia. I am.
Yeah. That Disney delusion be real strong, and Disney it trains you up on struggle love.
You know when a nigga wants you and when a nigga don't.
He will legitimately look at you and be like, "I don't never want to be married." He be like, "You don't know. He ain't meant me though. When I love him,
now you gonna get now it's me. Y'all boyfriend girl for 5 years.
Like from jump, I don't want to marry you. That's not in my ministry. Like everybody would love to believe they got that magical, but if he's saying it.
Shit. Hey, Tiff, you can say that shit be regular as hell. And then the crazy part, there be chicks. I'm agreeing with. There be chicks sitting on a garbage can thinking they got the best vagina in the world. I'm like, this shit is trash.
And men still have sex with her, which validates her. Which validates
her. We were just vibing.
I mean, I said love. My mom. One thing my mom told me is that
like the it conversation.
The box ain't got no face. It is what it is. It's just
in
the dark. It all the
time. It could be real, regular, schmegular. It could be trash, but I bet you she got a line of niggas waiting to do it to her, and will come back for some more for the trash puss. Men will do it too.
How would she know?
It's easy access.
How would she know, love? How would she ever know?
That's like you going to Costco's and they giving out free samples, and you don't want to take the sample. Like,
that mouth might be magnificent. You hear me?
Exactly.
It's easy access. Shit, I would go.
Yo, Shad.
No, you would go back to.
Hold on, Dre. Shad.
Yes, sir.
She tried to shame me one day because I said this girl I was, having sex with, whatever. She tried to kiss me, and I'm like, yo, that's not your life. Like,
not your life.
Like,
But that's so disrespectful.
Oh my God. You just said,
that's one, and then the other one that he wouldn't take his shoes off. He was like, no, her thing is dirty. Like, but you wouldn't take your shoes off though?
no, that's not how it went.
In her.
Shaw, think about this, bro. I'm at the girl house, right? We go upstairs. It's already cold. Boom, I lay on the bed. She like, yo, you got your shoes in my bed. I said, your bed on the floor. Fuck. I'm wrong. I mean, it's logical.
Yeah, Tim's on. Yeah, Tim's on him.
I had ACGs on. I had Nike boots on.
yeah, Tim's on. I'm gonna have to like.
Respectful. And then you gonna tell somebody like, all I can see is him like taking her face like that ain't your life. Like, wait.
No,
it's her fault she let him stay. I don't care. It's her fault for letting him stay. I don't care. Cut it out. Like, girl, cut it out. You sat there and let this man disrespect your bedroom because you got a bed on the floor, girl, and you still let him hit. That's the delusional crap I'm talking about too. And he still hit because she was a bum, bitch with a bed on the floor. Let me stop. But him, you part of the problem. Well, I'm sorry, you were a part of the problem.
He was the problem. He's not part of it. He is the problem.
Just say a nigga who don't date or have sex. What, really?
Because people like you out there.
How you even know?
You gotta stay inside.
How you even know?
Because I listen to y'all. Duh.
This is an old story.
I'm living through y'all vicariously.
You can't say vicariously again.
Vicariously.
Wow. I'm gonna send you $6.
Send me my money.
It ain't got no R in it.
Clip that. I want my money to happen.
When he was on the bed, if he needed some oil, how would you say it?
Who on the bed?
Oil. I said oil.
Earl.
Tiff talking about. Tiff. Come on, you ain't a funny person. Tiff, you not. Your jokes don't hit.
No,
let me handle the joke. Let me, Sherelle, and ain't nobody else really funny. It's just me and Sherelle that's funny. Really, ain't nobody else funny. I was trying to pick somebody else, Sherelle. Well, nobody. Now, Saw funny by accident though. Like she ain't a joke teller. She's just funny. You know what I'm saying? Yo, so I had some questions, but August, you sending your young boys out into the field, right? We got all these single women except for Tiff down on the bottom of the panel.
Mm-hmm.
What you think? Is it roses and bubbles or a minefield? What you think?
Definitely a minefield. Definitely, 100%.
Not even Love. Her name is Love.
Everybody, all of them, the whole bottom row.
Golly, man, what?
Minefield. Huh?
Are you from New Orleans? The way you said the whole bottom row.
Am I what?
Are you from the boot?
Yeah, I'm from New Orleans. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. The way you said it, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, Sherelle said Earl right.
August, from the outside looking in, how do you see the dating market?
I see it as difficult because a lot of times the perspective of some of the women are just the men that they deal with. So they don't have the ability to like really see what kind of other men there are out there, because that will require some change within self to be able to attract those type of men. So I think that it's kind of like a circular argument that keeps constantly happening, where sometimes the men that women deal with, they deal with liars. You know, me and all my niggas, none of us lie ever. Like that's beneath us. We don't have to lie to women. So we don't play games. We don't do anything.
Clarify, August. Let me clarify one point, August. You said some women deal with liars. Do you think most men are liars, or the minority of men are liars?
All men lie.
I think that most men will lie to get some pussy.
Okay.
Thank you.
I don't think most men are like just intrinsic like liars, but I think they lie to get some pussy. The reason why is because women require you to lie to them in order for them to really like fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Like if you tell a woman the truth and on any aspect, they're gonna automatically not fuck with you. It's a fact.
So you saying they want you to lie to them?
They need you to lie to them.
Jesus Christ!
you're
They need you to
entitled.
lie to them.
So niggas is lying out of necessity.
Yeah. I mean, if niggas stop lying, if most niggas stop lying, most niggas is not gonna get pussy. It's a fact.
That's bad.
Jesus Christ! But the lies are required. Do you think that women control access to sex?
They control 100% access to sex. They're the only one that control access to sex.
Do you think women control the dating market?
They have control over the dating market based off of what they respond to. So women that say one thing, they'll be like, I don't want a man to lie to me, blah blah blah, whoop de woo. But all their actions and anything that they react to is always gonna be indicative to you telling them what they want to hear.
Damn. And you think that's the majority of women or all women?
That's the majority of women, like, you know, way more than like 60-70%. Most women want you to lie to them, for sure.
And you think their negative results are based on them attracting what they are?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. I think a lot of women don't have the intuition within self to say, you know what? It's something about my behavior that is causing me to attract these type of men that lie to me, and then they don't exchange what it is that I'm looking for, which is a relationship or a marriage.
Go ahead, Tiff.
Okay, I just want to clarify. You said you felt like most men will lie to get access to have intimate relationships, and said also that women need men to lie in order to get intimacy. So essentially, you just said you and your friends don't lie, but then you also listed out non-truthful behaviors that you said a lot of men do. So what you're it's not the math ain't math. Make it make sense for me. And you from New
I
Orleans,
got
so
you.
don't do me like
I got
that.
you.
Because you
I
know
got you for sure.
you got a yay.
Huh?
You got a yay?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yo, yay
100.
know what it is? Do she know she a yay?
My yeah is my wife. But
Okay.
yeah, she
What
knows
the
her.
fuck is a yay?
Okay.
Okay,
It's not
yeah,
yay.
yeah,
It's
She
a
yeah,
trying to
yeah.
say it, but it's a
yeah.
yeah. But
yeah.
you know, she trying.
I'm
But
from Dallas.
I'm
It's a
with it.
yay.
What the fuck is a
Don't
yay?
do me. A little yeah, like your little
Come on,
yeah.
come on, come on, come on. All right, go. So what do you ask
So
him?
I'm a
Go ahead.
Go ahead. So you saying, I mean, you're married. So when you was in the field, you felt like there was a need to be untruthful to be able to access intimacy with women?
no. So most men don't have a whole lot of access to women. Most men have limited access to women. The ratio of how men have access to women to the way women have access to men is totally different. So we're talking that what I'm speaking on is the average guy. The average guy is not gonna have that much access to women. So he's gonna do whatever he has to do, say whatever he has to say, flip the truth, bend it, turn it, or flat out lie to get access to some vagina. I'm talking about myself and the people I hang around with. We don't really have a problem with access to women like most men do. So our focus is mostly to disqualify them for whatever reason it is. We don't have to lie to them. Like we'll just tell them what it is and how we operate. And if you can get on board with that, go ahead. If you can't, then go ahead and move on because it's a line. Now, what a lot of women kind of classify men based off of how well they are honest with them. And I know that for a fact, but what they want overall is to be told what it is that they want to hear. So when I'm speaking on this, I'm speaking on two different classes of men.
Okay.
She
But
timed
the
me out,
but the majority of men have to essentially lie or omit or
they call it
sensationalize to
game.
get access.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you for
they gotta run
confirming.
game. They
Thank you
call
for
it game. They gotta
confirming.
run game. And on top of that, if a man don't have game, especially in the black community, he get admonished. Like if he don't get a lot of women and he don't know how to or what to say to get women, and he try to go overseas, they gonna look at him like he a sucker, like a little, you know, whatever, because he can't do whatever it takes to be able to get the women here. So
yeah, August,
that's one
thank
way
you
they're
for
looking at it.
confirming. And that makes me look at y'all as lames. Y'all really lames.
I got a question. Did you also confirm that most women don't have the self-worth to be able to attract the guys that don't lie?
No. You know, I think you told a lot of lies and a lot of you're intellectually dishonest. Most men, if not all, lie to women to get sex, because men are selfish and they're gonna do whatever it takes to get whatever they want, regardless of how anybody feels, how it affects them, how it even affects their own life. We've seen this historically. Also, men are lame, and that's why they lie to get what they need, because you basically prove that by stating that women want them to lie. Us women want you to lie. No, I think you need to be honest and say that you don't measure up. You don't have anything to offer. You're not good enough. And instead of men accepting the truth and accepting that, they pretend that women want them to lie instead of acknowledging that, hey, I don't meet the standard. I'm not good enough. I'm not fast enough. I'm not smart enough. I don't have enough money. I don't have enough skills. I don't have enough inches for her.
Damn.
That's a weird thing.
I'm sorry. Whatever women like, I'm just putting it in there, you know.
Hold on, August. Well, let me see something. Let me see
so
something.
That's you not being real to yourself, love. That's
hold
not
on,
women
Drea.
wanting you to lie. I don't want you to lie.
Hold on, Drea. Hold on, Drea. Hold on, Drea.
Why don't you just admit you don't have 8 inches so I can go look for who has 8 inches, right?
Hold on,
right?
Drea.
But men are logical, right?
Drea, can you see? You got that delay.
I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me mute it.
Yeah. Sean. Well, I can ask you a question, or did you have some commentary?
Ask me a question, please.
So, in terms of the lying thing, right? I heard the differentiation in which August made. Right, game is game. Right, you heard that before, right? And game is essentially you pursuing a specific thing, and you use whatever are from August standpoint agreed upon and acceptable tactics in the market.
Oh, so you play rigged games.
Hold on, Drea.
Oh, okay.
Do you run that same game on the women that you actually want a future with?
Run the game of what, like wanting to have sex but pretend that I want something more?
On some once you trying to get the draws, right? So you run the game, the sweet little lies, shit like that, whatever the case is. Does the same thing apply to the women that you want to keep? Because I heard August make that differentiation. Essentially, why are you continue to be so when he was talking to the women, why do you continue to keep running into niggas that just running game on you that really don't want no future?
So if I'm being honest and making it by myself, my tactics have changed as I've gotten older. Because young me, I could hit it fast, and if it was good and I liked you, I still would keep going. You know what I mean? It wasn't necessarily like you let me hit in 2 weeks, you disqualified. That wasn't the case with me. Now as I've gotten older, a little bit more intentional about long-term plans. You know, I flowed all the way. Now I'm in the Toyota Camry now. You know what I mean? I was in the Challenger in my 20s. You know what I mean? So it's like we out. I live in Atlanta, so you know, 2016, 2017, we go to a day party. You might meet your wife at a day party. She'll be your wife for 3 months. That's kind of how it works. So I think for me personally, I guess for most dudes, no, it doesn't work like that. But my tactics for the most part of my life were kind of the same. My choosing process wasn't very husband-like in my earlier life.
Okay, so if you gamed her, you got the cheeks and you liked it, you didn't discriminate on, I hit it too quick, I ain't fucking with her. I hit her on the first night, you still might be on some Huggy Bear shit with her.
Yeah, because like when you say game, I'm like, if I meet a woman I'm attracted to and she got a vibe, we got chemistry. Of course, I'm a man, so I'm thinking about sex, but if she got a vibe too, the thing that could stop me from going further, if it was trash, but if it wasn't trash, I'm gonna keep on getting over.
Okay, so you don't know her last name. you still might be on some Huggy Bear shit with her if she was cool and the sex was good.
Yeah, not know her last name is crazy, but
I'm trying to get the scope of it.
I got you. I know what you're saying. I know it's a hyperbolic. I know what you're saying. But yeah, like I would still be getting to know her. Like it wouldn't just be like I'm hitting and then I'm dashing on her. If it's actually chemistry there.
Okay, regardless of when you hit.
Right.
Mel, let me ask you.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, I just want to ask Mel, you could get the microphone back.
What's up?
So you hit on the first night, you wifing her?
Hell no.
But why? Just because you hit on the first night?
Nah.
I'll be damned if you give me 2 and 1 word answers the whole time now.
Oh no. Like if I fuck you before I know your name or get to know you a little bit, I can't do it.
Why are you sleeping with her then? Why are you sleeping with her? Just because you can?
Hey, she wanted to give it to me.
And so why aren't you more selective? Like treat
Tell why we doing this. Tell why we doing this. Tell why we doing this.
No, you don't get to do that. Like it's like you're shaming the person, but you didn't hold yourself to a standard that you want her to do.
That's not how men work. Like that would be that would destroy the whole dynamic between men and women if men didn't chase women.
August, when did you get married?
Hey, Tiff. So a man can't have something in between?
2012, 2013.
2013. Do she know she in between?
I've been married for like 13 years.
That's what's up. That's cool. Congratulations on you, your wife, and everything.
Mel was trying to answer though.
Go ahead, Mel. Yes.
So a man can't have something in between until you get to that day.
No. If she's in between and you know she wants to be a wife, absolutely not. Leave the people that want to be wives alone.
But
see, this be the standard shot that fucked me up, right? Because I don't think nobody up here waited to have sex before they got married to the person.
Oh wow!
Which would be what I'm saying, which would be the sequence of events, right? But now because Mel smashed, right? But he's somehow different. But I'm just saying, who waited to have sex? Like, you know what I mean? Who knew they were gonna marry the person and then use sex to consummate? Right. So where is the standard?
She's speaking to intentionality. I thought that's how I took with when Tiff disappeared. So I can't ask her. But I thought.
But what is the intention? Yeah, go ahead, my bad. But there is no intention if you having sex before you marry them, right? When sex is a consummation tool, there is no you can't determine intention. No way.
No, she
now what I'm saying, this is the last point. Because what I'm saying is now you making what's intentional subjective. Right. So I think 6 months is good enough to have sex. He think 2 days is good enough to have sex. But what's the parameter? Who's more right or wrong? If sex is consummation of marriage, you see?
So what I was saying was I'll ask Tiff when she comes back. I thought she was talking to Mel about because he said he would hit it on the first night and he wouldn't make her a wife, or he wouldn't take her serious. And so we've had sex up here. I'll speak for myself. I had sex before I was married, but when we did it, it wasn't the intention of it's just to hit it and quit it. It was, we were in a relationship and we were not married. Married is married, single is single. So yes, I had premarital sex before, but it wasn't on some just one night stand stuff. And we had an agreement that we were in a committed and exclusive relationship. That's what I'm talking about, the intentionality piece of it. I do agree with you that it is consummation for a marriage, yes, but you can still be in a committed relationship. And it is very subjective between the two of you on where this is going. So if it only takes us a week to determine that we're serious together and we're going to make it and we're going to relationship committed, then okay. There's no harm, no foul, no judgment because we've made this decision together. Now, unless the man or the woman is being disingenuous on purpose, which is evil and immoral, that's a different conversation. But we're going to take it as if we're both being very genuine in this conversation. That's all. So it's about the intentionality of it.
But look, the man approaches the woman. Isn't that how every relationship is? Well, not every, but typically most relationships are initiated through the man approaching a woman, and then the relationship blossoms into what it is.
Hey, August, don't the woman gotta accept it?
Wait, yeah, nah, I got you. Nah, I got you. I'm with you. I'm just trying to make a point here because when love is saying about moving forward together, the man has to make the initial approach. And so if the man doesn't have the drive to make the initial approach, then most relationships are just not going to happen. What a man's drive is though is a sexual relationship with that woman. Like even with myself, I wasn't looking at my
Hey, but
wife and was
August,
like,
you
damn,
skipping a
I
point.
want to marry her.
You skipping a
Go
point
ahead,
though.
What I'm skipping? Tell me.
All right, if I approach a woman, right, she got to be going to go out with me, right?
Right.
And if it don't happen,
Sometimes.
it don't happen, right?
Yeah.
That's the point you're missing. She got to
No,
accept
well,
it first.
I say she'll have to accept it, but what I'm saying is that what let me see I'm on my phone, so I can't really tell. Who was it? Who the other married person on here? What's her name?
Tiff.
That's
Tiff.
Tiff. So like what Tiff was saying, she was basically like, oh, you as a man should like, reserve your biological need and not want to have sex with women if you don't have any intentionality of marrying them and all that other stuff. And it's like, well, that's not how men are wired. Like if I'm approaching my wife, me been married this long, I approach my wife. When I first initially approached her, I wasn't approaching her to marry her, I was approaching her to fuck. And so when we got into the weeds of the relationship, I'm like, oh, she has more value than just me fucking her. But every man's initial idea of approaching a woman is gonna be the fuck. It's gonna be an initial attraction, based off of how she look versus what does she, have on the inside of her mind and brain and all that other shit.
Yeah, because
That's how man designed.
But y'all glossed the point though. Y'all glossed the point, right? There's judgment being cast if you have sex on the first night. I'm saying it's no different than the 24th or the 6th month if you don't get married, right? So that's the thing, right? He's saying, oh, you don't have no intention. People saying they've been dating, but they never make it solid. That shit don't mean nothing to nobody. It's just another body that took you longer to realize that it was just a body.
Yeah.
We try to say one night is so when Sean's saying, fuck the difference if I do it now and I like her, or if I wait, if I don't have sex with her for 3 months. If that shit don't end in something substantive, it's all the same.
But then, but it would be Mel that gave the pushback, because then Mel, you have to explain is, and I'm not saying like your standards are your standards. If you did whatever and y'all have a good time, hey, if she's like turned out to be like a super solid person, are you saying you would be like, nah, because I hit it on the first day?
Yeah,
or is it you can't make it past there?
Like anything after 24 hours or 48 hours, and see what happens. But the first night, the meeting, damn, you too easy.
That might be just his.
I'm not pushing back. I'm just okay.
What,
Sean,
Sean's shaking his head.
What you got to say?
I want to turn the light on. Sean, you up now, huh?
Oh yeah, I was up the whole time. Yeah,
that booger sugar.
Hey, look, I ain't falling asleep for at least 22 minutes. You feel me? I'm a little charged up. Look, man, motherfucker be splatting on the first day. Let's just call it true. My last girlfriend, we had sex on the first date, and we was together almost 3 years. Sometimes niggas just be splatting on the first date all the time. So that's just the norm. You feel me?
You think it's the norm? You think the majority of niggas don't care if she cool?
Oh, I think majority of niggas, that's not the situation. So nah, not majority.
Okay.
But
cool. That's
look, man, we all see the same thing. We see this beautiful fucking beard, man. Y'all know this flavor saver be getting put to use on the first date. You know what I'm saying? Like, call it what the fuck it is, man. Beautiful brown fucking eyes, man. Come on, man.
Showing these streets, huh?
First date, Sean, that what you said?
Hey, I'm toxic today, man. Niggas be talking shit. I'm gonna talk shit today,
on the first date? That's what you just said, Sean. I'm sorry.
Hey, man, first date fucking. Hey, look, don't go out with me if you ain't fucking on the first date. Because look, what I'm gonna do on the first date, it don't matter. Don't wait 90 days just for me to do the same thing I would have done on the first date. You know what I'm saying? Don't trick yourself. Hey,
maybe she want a couple of hamburgers and steaks and stuff like that.
If we want to be with you, we want to be with you. It ain't gonna change.
And you can't give all that free food in one day. She needs 3 months worth of free food.
Who said she getting free food?
Why she that hungry?
Who said she getting free food?
You might not give people stuff. Sure.
Hey, look,
But
hey,
most
look.
men
people on
Hey,
dates.
look, we looking for generous women nowadays. I said in the chat.
generous
And look,
women.
my boy is shy. He got dreams and he need a woman that's supportive. Hit my boy's DM if you're a generous woman. Don't hit his DM if you're not a generous woman. No brokies in 2025.
No McDonald's workers. I don't do that. Nah, I'm
No
cool on it.
dependents. No dependents.
What? Y'all not about to go against Mansfield Green. Y'all can find any woman at McDonald's, Chick-fil-A.
Nah.
Chick-fil-A, they got nice
We don't want
attitudes at
McDonald's.
Chick-fil-A. Okay.
Love gone.
She generous. The girls at McDonald's give you free fries, cookies.
No.
$5. Love free nugget.
Let me ask you guys a question. Let me see. Sean Shad, do you think men's standards when we walk down that road? I'm gonna read these super chats after I ask the question. Have been too low?
For sure.
And when I look at the modus operandi of how things are operating, it's almost like it's looked at as such. Like niggas is asking for bare minimum, so we get treated like bare minimum niggas.
Right.
So that's my question. Let me read these supers and then we'll get it popping, man. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, and tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Sun Kiss with the $5 says Shalom. What's good? Angel, salute for becoming a member, man. I gotta get my Cameron shit on this new board I got, man. Salute for Angel becoming a member. I think I saw you in the members only stream this afternoon too. Salute. Bravo Tech was goody with the 20 ball says, yo, tonight's panel, this is gonna be a great conversation. Support. Salute Bravo Tech. The OG of This Might Be Risky show. Wow, love, man. I can't wait to see you in a couple weeks, and then what, a week after that, right? It's not the same week, right? Is it?
That was right, like a couple days. Yeah, we got them.
Shit, bro.
Have you lazy as hell, bro?
Why? What I do?
Why my face on this show?
Oh, I ain't even switched this shit. Dre with the $5 says, big up my brother Mel. What's popping, Mel? Mel trying to hold it down, man. Dre with the $5 says, Hamp, thanks for this lineup. Dana, what's popping? Dana with the $5 says, what up? This might be risky family. I just hopped on and I know you're discussing. What did you say? And I know you're discussing, but whatever Love said is right. So let her cook. Love y'all. Dana, salute, man. Dana being a grown-up, bro. Daily was popping, bro. Shit like that, man. Turban head talking ass. Salute the love. Yo, Mr. Walker was popping, man. Cart before horse, man. Single by choices. Salute to my brother, Mr. Walker in the building. Gifted 1 membership, man. Whoever got blessed with it, please maintain it. Ed with the $2 says, Andrea, that's your whole name, Drea? Andrea greased up with the chicken grease tonight, man. Her mom got her dress, put Vaseline on her shit, man. Train was popping with the $10. Finally caught alive, enjoying the content. All praises. Salute, Aki. Good to see you, man. Harrison with the $5 says, salute. Harrison was popping. Dre, not during the super chats, nigga.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Mute. God damn it. Dre with his $5 says, Sean is speaking facts. These people are, what did he say?
Sexually. I think
sexually oblivious. Single dip, double dip, water sports, role play, swinging, slinging, and banging. God damn, right? Jonathan with the 20 bosses. I blame Hamp. Ellipsis. John can't even read the room. She sound weird. Discernment on 0.
Jonathan, be nice.
Yes, Jonathan, I'm very weird.
Jonathan with a $5 says, that's the wrong one. No wonder why. Okay. Jonathan with a $5 says, I see why Jones can't keep a relationship or just get smashed. Women don't look at themselves. Salute Sean for the renewal. Granny in the building was popping. My brother Granville with the 20 boy said, that nigga from the West Bank. Fuck out of here. What does that mean?
That means that I'm from the best side of New Orleans. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
That mean he from like
you
know how y'all be from Chicago and then they have like Romeoville. He's from Romeoville.
How close is Romeoville?
somewhere.
Right there.
It ain't Chicago.
It's close.
Like
It's close.
45 minutes out.
Like if you from, you know,
45 minutes.
matter of fact, I know what you're going to say.
I
Like
was
when,
born in Charity Hospital like the rest of y'all
You know
niggas.
how,
I was
like-
not born in West Jeff. So
they had no hospitals that birth babies on
my
y'all
birth,
side.
my birth. Yes, they do. They got West Jeff.
Nobody was being born. Like, they have babies.
My cousin born.
baby
My cousin
hospitals.
born. My cousin born
Where
in
you
West
when you
Jeff.
went
I was
home? What's on your birth certificate?
Charity. Charity.
Harvey's on your birth certificate.
Charity is on my
I'm saying
birth
the
certificate. New Orleans.
address. The address.
It just say New Orleans. It say
No,
my
I'm
birth
saying
certificate
the
say New
address of
Orleans.
where you was
Yo,
born.
go get your birth certificate, man. Shut this shit down,
I done
bro.
lost my birth certificate. I gotta find it.
It say Harvey.
I'll bring it. It's no. It say New Orleans. I'm telling you, it say New Orleans.
And where you was living at?
I was living on the West Bank, but I was born at Charity Hospital.
That's not how birth certificates work. Y'all want me to show y'all mine?
No.
I do it.
Dre
You
with
know,
the
NBC,
$2.
I
All right, y'all. He from New
It's
Orleans.
like when New York,
Bank.
you could be from New York City and then Connecticut niggas be saying they from New York City because they close. You
You say
understand that, right?
Connecticut? No, stop that. It's in the same
Connecticut
state.
niggas say they
Stop
from
it.
New York. They
But
do.
Connecticut is a whole nother state.
Exactly.
We in the same state.
Ain't that where from him? Ain't that where him is from?
He from Connecticut, New York. Yeah.
You never heard me say no New York. I ain't lost a fight or argument to no New York nigga.
That niggas always hating on New York.
Dre with the $2. Chat women mad because August told the truth. Joe with the $2. Who wants a woman they have to lie to get?
Joel need to get on the panel. You need to put Joel and Hakeem on the panel.
Hakeem with the $5 says, so question for the ladies. If a lie in the beginning of the dating process eventually leads to a 20-year marriage later on, does that make me a bad man?
You're a liar.
It made you a liar.
I don't know if your wife.
You're a liar. I don't know
if your wife
is
was the
that a bad
one who told the lie and you found out 20 years later, how you gonna feel?
It just doesn't make sense to me to lie. It doesn't. It's lame for a male, especially to lie.
Some of y'all were quiet.
It's especially lame.
Drea, you don't have a friend that a dude could tell her straight up and down a lie is required. You don't know.
Yeah.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, and I get what everybody's saying. I'm not arguing the point that like some women are delusional, but a lot of the times, more than not, men are liars. They're manipulators, right? Because example.
All right, yeah. Let me get through the super chat. Let me get through the super chats real quick. Y'all talking too much now.
Yep.
All right. Dre with the $2 says August took a truth serum before the broadcast. What you mean? August always talk like that. Curtis with the $5 says, "Ham, are the bounties on? CJ's sister got to go." Thomas with the $5 says it's always the facially chat. Come on, Thomas.
You know.
Aaron with the $2 says legs open first link and she want to be a wife. Yup. TJ, what's popping? Salute to TJ in the building. My brother TJ, the OG with the $10 says salute Hamp and love the OG. This might be risky. Salute to the rest of the you band. Get the Yo, TJ, what's popping, man? TJ was supposed to make it to Houston, man. He ain't make it. So what you think, man? In terms of the dating market, man, as we walk through it, mind through it, do you think that men's standards are a little bit too low? And now the market is upset because of it.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
I got shot and Sean on deck. I got shot and Sean on deck for the question first, and then we'll move it around.
I think it was a trick bag that men put themselves in because I think in a way, men were being less like hope, like having less baggage in the relationship as a badge of honor. And I received some game like as I was kind of growing up. I think I've heard it here said a few times where, you know, as a man, you got to give a woman something to do. Like that's a big part of like what adding that to your recipe as a man will kind of help with your success. I tell women straight up because you know I have a conversation and they'll be talking about the things they desire. I'll be like, yeah, baby, make sure you got a list because I got a list. I got some things I require for you in order for us to make this thing work. Like it can't be no other way. If we wanted to make it last, we got to have things. This machine got to have its operations. We got to have plans. So yeah, I'm not going I don't just want you to cook and have sex with me. That's not gonna be enough for me.
Right.
And I think, the same will go on the other end of it. So I understand when men say it. I kind of understand the psychology behind it. I think it's old science in a way. Like maybe 40, 50 years ago when the game wasn't the way it is now, we could rest on, man. Men are simple and all we need is sex, food, and silence. But in today's time, I think we got to kind of reconsider that and really be a little bit more intentional about the things we require from a woman. And some of that's going to come from what we want from ourselves first. And so our woman is somewhat of a byproduct of that. So I think, we got to kind of change what we teaching the men and get rid of some of that old science.
So what do you think, aside from, do you think the old things that we asked for are still on the list though?
For sure.
What else should be added to said list?
Well, let me just say this and I can go. But I think, of course, we all know it depends on who the guy is, right? That list will always change depending on who we're talking to. But I'm just thinking like on the enterprise level, like if we're trying to build wealth, right? Like the majority of Black people come into the world in a deficit, right? So if we're trying to build and leave something for the family that we have that comes after us, there's no way her just cooking and cleaning will be enough. Like that income is gonna have to be used in some kind of ways to proliferate what we're doing. If we're talking about community building, I mean, I need you to be good to me, but I also need you to be good to the people around me. Because again, if we try to build generational, just me and her and a kid won't be enough. We need other people coming into this pot that we trying to work from. So just stuff like that.
Yep.
Okay, so business minded, oriented, a level of acumen, right, to actually contribute.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm speaking for me personally, but I think every Black man should have this, man. A lot of times when you talk about health, if we say like the women are the nurturers, you talk about our status of health in the community, that chicken Alfredo ain't gonna get it. That chicken Alfredo and Kool-Aid and salmon and broccoli, and then on the weekend I eating pizza ain't gonna get it. But that's something y'all can work on together. You know what I mean? Like if she come into the game not prepared, hey baby, like I want us to live long, I want us to be healthy. So we got to figure this thing out.
So, child, let me ask you though, how? Well, not how, but reconcile that with her sexual behavior. So, is she likely to be able to have all of those things going for her if she's willing to have sex with you and she don't know your middle name?
Damn, that's a hard one. I don't have any research or information to say either way. In my journey, my short journey in this earth, I met some dynamic whores. Just being honest.
Oh, that's so rude.
So
I mean,
yeah, no, he's just saying what need to be said. So, because here's what I think about. So like, overweight, right? Right. That doesn't just say, hey, I might have type 2 or hypertension. It also speaks to my discipline, right? Or laziness. You know, me, I don't have no excuses, right? It's just about diet, exercise, consistency, not being lazy, being disciplined, sleeping right. I know all the things. I just have to do them consistently. Right? Now, I'm not an overall lazy person, but there's a facet of it to where them 4 in a pack muffins, man, it's something about them shit. Right? So, you see what I'm saying? Like, I just look at things, right? It's much more than just this person's overweight, right? So they're going to have health deficiencies. But also, what's their modus operandi in the earth? Does it speak to it?
Hell, because and Tip, I'm just using the language that we use here. It's not me just calling them whore. In this community, if you had sex with more than 3 people, you're a whore. That's what they say. So, but hell, because
I said 4.
4, my bad, right, 4. But hell, because we're in such a secular world, man. Like I get it, man. I appreciate you for standing on business the way you do. Like I told you, man, you have me kind of reconsidering different things. But I'm saying it to say, like, if we use religion as a standard of discipline, then yeah, it's lost on me. But I know I just know a lot of people who engage in sex and they're not as disciplined sexually, but they handle their business at work. They go to the gym, but they're not disciplined spiritually. But I get what you're saying. But I just don't know if in this sector where we live in, if it, you know what I mean? I get what you're saying.
Okay. So you're saying that they're able to hold on, Tiff. Let me just run down these. So you're saying that it's compartmentalized.
Yes.
Okay. And you think that majority of people are able to compartmentalize the behavior, how they show up here is not conclusive that they'll show up there in a particular way, you know?
In terms to religion and spirituality. Now, other things I'm not sure, but like following the tenets and the commandment of the religion doesn't always kind of correlate to discipline in other areas from what I've seen.
Okay, I understand. Go ahead.
Lack of following it, lack of discipline.
I understand your point.
My question would be one, like you fall back on Alfredo because you can take some cashews, which are nut based, and make a really nice creamy protein.
Of course, I get you.
Come on, Tiff. Come on, Tiff.
You stop. Secondly, you're saying like you're okay with it, but let me ask you this. If the lady's not disciplined, would you feel comfortable like having children with this person? Because you're saying like it's whatever, but when it's time to like start rearing children, is that gonna be like an issue for you in the sense of like, I want my children to have this type of discipline. I want my kids to have this type of setup. And if that's not really what she's with, and that's not something that you required in the beginning, that could be somewhat problematic when it comes to taking it to another step. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I don't think I said I didn't want a woman who's disciplined. I think I said I did. Like that's what I was speaking towards, like with him and like sexually and having these like very strong convictions in the way they live life. And I'm saying in the world that we're currently in, which is very secular, I know women who might not necessarily follow the teachings of Christianity or whatever religion the way they should, but they're still disciplined in fitness. They still eat a certain way. They have an enterprise mind, but they might not be the most spiritually disciplined person. That's what I'm saying.
And then you said something about the money and bringing it in. So again, like say you start off, you're working a certain amount, but y'all start having children. Are you still going to have the same expectation that her income is going to need to be brought in? Or are you willing to pick a little?
Oh yeah, of course.
That she can. Okay.
Yeah, for sure. Like we plan for that. Like we know it's gonna be 5 or 6 years. Her income may decrease significantly because she's trying to raise kids, and I want my kids to be raised by their mother as long as possible. So we got to make sure the plans are in place. Okay. So these are the discussions we have way before we start doing the crazy stuff.
Okay, that's why I asked.
Hey,
I got you.
Hey, Ham. Let me ask you a quick question. Were you when you was asking Sha the questions? You were talking about the sexual discipline of a woman, right? Not the like financial or physical discipline of a woman. You talking about her sexual discipline? Am I correct?
Yeah, I'm just saying, does that discipline or lack thereof speak to other potential behaviors if you try to keep it long term with her?
Okay, and so and let me just get this correct, Sha. You were saying that if she's disciplined in other ways, like in like fitness or how her diet is, that would speak more to you, even though she's not sexually disciplined. Is what you're saying?
No, I'm not necessarily saying more. I'm saying if I'm being realistic, that if I was to disqualify women as being disciplined just because they're not following all the rules of religion.
Well, no, let's take religion out. Let's take religion out of it. I'm just talking about sexual discipline. Let's keep religion out of it. I'm just trying to qualify what it is that you were saying, because when he was making a statement, he was saying specifically about sexual discipline. Let's not even put religion in it. So if she's not sexually disciplined, but she's disciplined in other facets of her life, like fitness, like you mentioned, and health, that would qualify her as being disciplined to you, is what you're saying?
Well, I think you just got to give me a little more context around sexual discipline, because I'm thinking if she's having sex outside of marriage, she's gonna be sexually disciplined.
You fucked on the first night.
Are you asking would they give me cause for pause? It would. Yeah, it would. But it wouldn't. What? It would. I mean, now it would. But if I'm just saying, being honest, my entire sexual experience, no, there was a time in my life, like if I was able to have sex with a chick on the first night and she was cool, we was vibing, I would keep exploring, trying to see what's up with her. Yeah, I wouldn't immediately disqualify her.
Okay, but let's say that you fucked on the first night, but she also is physically disciplined in her fitness and physically and disciplined in her diet, would she still be qualified, or just would fucking her on the first night cause pause for you to want to possibly disqualify her? Is what you're saying? That's the question I have.
Now,
Just
yeah,
in
possibly
just
now,
in
yeah,
general.
but I'm not moving like that.
I'm sorry, what you say?
I guess what I'm saying, because it's like there's wisdom and knowledge that I've accumulated over life. So if you're asking me 10 years ago, no. If you're asking me now at 38, yes, I would. But I'm not moving like that either. I'm not trying to have sex with nobody on the first night.
Nah, I got you. But you know,
But to answer your
your oldest
question,
wish
yes,
is your best one.
yes. To answer your question, yes.
Okay, and I think that's what I was just trying to understand, because when he mentioned it, we take religion out of it. I agree that if a woman fucking on the first night, that is automatically cause for pause when it comes to a long-term relationship with her, because of how she conducted herself in that moment. That's what I just wanted to understand for sure.
I got you.
Okay, so you got the clarification?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you.
Do you hold on? Let me read this real quick. Hakeem with the $5 says, Sherelle, what I do to you? What you need me on the panel for? You respond to this?
Oh no, I told him I never seen him on the panel. That means he hasn't been on the panel in a long time.
Yeah, it's been a minute. Joel with the $10 says, I said on panels that I prefer straight women with no kids and got told my standards were too high. Go figure. I don't know. Is this pertaining to what we talking about? I guess.
You asked were men's standards too low.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. This ain't no heavy ask. We just looking at the fact of how many women got kids. So they probably told you, based on where you are on the totem pole, you have to consider women that have children, especially at 39, 40 years old, because the likelihood that they have children is much higher. Right. But that I forget who I was going back and forth with. Niggas take disrespect, right? All this other shit that really sucks, as long as she don't got no kid though. They'll take disrespect on the chin. They'll take all that other shit, but as long as she don't got no kid, that's the only disqualifier that matters. That's what I'm talking about, the standards that are tangible that you got to deal with. But as long as she don't have a kid, I'll deal with her. She could disrespect me. She don't like me that much, but as long as she don't got a kid, I'm good. That's the shit that I'm really talking about. Like, what are we asking for?
People be 50 years old talking about they don't want to date nobody with kids. You're 50. You're aged out your bracket.
But really, what is that age? That's like 35.
Nobody even care.
I saw a woman just saying that. She's like, I'm 50. I refuse to date a man who had kids. You're 50. You can't even have kids. You probably can't have kids.
But Sherelle, at 50, if she's not had children, if she's saying I've not had kids and I don't desire to deal with that, there may be another child-free man out there that wants to be married, but he doesn't have children.
Girl, at 50, that man got grandkids.
That's what I'm saying. Like, his kids damn near grown. Like what?
Y'all, people be well past childbearing ages talking about they don't want nobody with kids. Nigga, you just didn't go to the party. But the party is over. It is not 1999. Okay? Unless you go and get you a young buck. And they gonna tax your ass. Because no young girl don't just want to be with you.
What you think about men's standards, Sherelle?
I don't think they have no standards.
We have zero standards?
Zero standards.
What you mean by that?
You have like a marginalized group of men who have standards, right? Which is why we'll be like, oh, we're all in the same circle. Like when they say, oh, we're all experiencing what James and Cheeky are experiencing. They have standards. That's why their life sucks. You fucking bitches for bags of weed. You know what I'm saying? You fucking bitches on the floor. You will put your penis in something you wouldn't even kiss.
What you mean fucking on the floor?
The air mattress.
Because the floor. But you don't. No, there's no running on the floor. That's why you do it on the floor.
That girl ain't had no
You're a novice. You're a novice.
Don't try to.
You're a novice. I'm just saying, you're a novice. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying I let you talk, but stay in your lane now. If you don't know the benefits of a floor, stay in your lane. Okay? When they start talking about Pokemon, hold on. When they start talking about Pokemon, I refer to you. When we start talking about sex, let me handle it.
I'm
now
not
go ahead,
talking
make your
about
point.
sex. I'm talking about her bed was on the floor. You ain't say her bed was on the floor because she couldn't run. You said her bed was on the floor because she had no motherfucking money to get the box spring in the setup in the head.
I left.
And all that other shit.
I left. I ain't even hit.
You didn't do it?
She kicked me out.
You put your feet on her bed.
She had a little bit of claims about herself.
You saying
mattresses ain't cheap. That's why she could only afford the mattress and not the whole bed set.
Why he didn't buy her one? You see, she was in need. Why he didn't help her?
But who, me?
That's diabolical. You meet a girl and gotta buy her a bed. Still.
Yeah, that's nasty work.
So
Rel, but you're talking about so Sherelle, see, now this might be the compartmentalized thing that Shaw was alluding to. You're saying that the standards for sex aren't any different from their standards for anything else. You're saying the standards for sex are low, so therefore all their standards are low, even when it comes to dating and such. You don't think men can compartmentalize or differentiate?
No, I think men wife up hoes all the time. Eventually they do marry the girl with kids. The majority of the time they're gonna eventually marry the girl with the kids, marry the old hoe. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because they just want to have fun, and then when they want to settle down, then they'll settle down. And usually they just pick the woman that's around at the time. That's why a majority of them always have a story about the one that got away, because they can meet an amazing woman, but if they're not ready, a man is not going to get married when he's not ready. He could have a brand new Porsche and he could wreck that bitch. The first time they get charges, they want to drag race in the street. Them nice cars, but they fuck it up. You see what I'm saying? By the time they're ready to settle down, they get a little Toyota, man. Look, I'm trying to save on gas. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying?
So wait, Sherelle, because
they have so much fun. Men have fun, and then they don't get me wrong. There's the marginalized group like August who are intentional. They know what they want, young. But the majority of men, the vast majority, they're having fun. They're doing what they want, and when they're ready to settle down, they just pick somebody. Because in their mind, at this point, they done ran through so many ain't shit bitches. They don't believe none of these bitches shit. Yeah, they did have good women. Somebody wiped them up a long time ago. If these bitches still out here,
it ain't the same. It ain't really the same for the average guy. Like the average guy is broke mostly. Most of them, ain't
the
really
average
having that much
woman
fun.
men make more than women.
Well, no, like
they could be broke. She broke them.
Yeah, but the thing about it is though, you're a woman though, so you get like special privileges. You know what I mean? Like a man ain't gonna get into a club for free. You know what I mean? Like they want the women in the club. You gonna get in there free. You come ladies free before 11. It ain't men free before 11. So if you ain't got no money to get in the club, then you ain't getting in the club as a guy. So,
but
you know what I'm saying?
what's
The
the
women
club
go.
It be some dudes in there before it's free.
I'm talking about
August,
the
let
age
me
bracket.
baseline it real quick. He's saying that the need for money is different. If the woman is attractive, right? Though that doesn't have the same impact on her. We know chicks that go to the club with just their ID and be drunk as a skunk when they leave. All he's articulating is the impact of money on that person's life and how they move. Go ahead, finish your point. Well, let him finish our point. I just wanted to make sure that was heard. Go ahead, August.
Yeah. No, that's all I was saying. It was just, the male experience, and I'm talking about from that age bracket. You know what I'm saying? Like when they're younger, the male experience is totally different from the female experience. The female experience, you could have buku fun, you could go to clubs, you could, party with people. Men can't do that type of shit. You gotta like work your way up to that type of shit. You ain't no nigga gonna I'm not letting no nigga come in my section. Are you nuts? Like you get the fuck on. You know what I mean? So that's the reality
you
of
ain't
things.
never had a broke homeboy that y'all been cool since you was young.
I'm lost on
Man,
how y'all.
fuck no, ain't none of my homeboys is broke. I don't even associate with broke motherfuckers. We
What
ain't
I'm
even talk the
lost
same
on
language.
is how y'all say that the majority of black kids belong to Pookie and Ray Ray.
The majority of black kids
somehow niggas gotta have money to fuck
because
bitches.
these women are. No, I'm not saying to fuck bitches. I'm just talking about the life experience that most men are experiencing. They're not having fun through their 20s. It's a select few of men that could probably have fun through their 20s with their mouthpiece, or they probably look good, or they probably got some game, or whatever the case may be, but it's not a lot of them. and most of them niggas is broke. You feel what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm just trying to give you the average male experience. The male experience ain't the same as female experience. It's totally different.
I never said it was. I said what men do, what I watch men do. So when you watch what the men you
when you
watch
said that they
do,
have fun,
we in the same world. Yeah, they have.
That's what I'm trying to say. When you were speaking about, go ahead.
These men are having fun in these relationships. These men know they don't want to be married. Okay, it's a lot of placeholders. If they got a few that want to select something,
it's
they
not
get
the same
young,
shit.
but that's
Like that's what I'm trying to
happening. That's not what's happening. I'm not speaking on women at all. I'm directly speaking on men. You know what, August? Believe what you want to believe. Nigga ain't about to change your mind. I ain't Jesus. I can't turn dummy into smart. I can't turn water into wine. I can't walk on water.
No, what I'm saying is what you're talking about is a small select few of men. I'm just talking about the average guy. Like the average nigga is not living a wonderful. This nigga probably in a room gaming or something like that. He don't have access to women like that. That's just the reality of it. That's what I'm trying to say.
But is it because he don't have access because he's in a room, or he's in the access just because he's just not that guy?
No, because women don't see these niggas, man. They only see the top. You know what I'm saying? You have to, as a man, to be able to have access to women, you have to bring some type of value. You can't just be a man. You know what I mean? Like you gotta have some money, some games, something that these women like. You gotta have that to get women, and it's not a lot of men, especially early on, that's gonna have it. It's usually financial resources. Because once you got finances, then you got the confidence and shit.
Let's explore the term "not that guy," quote unquote. That guy. What is that guy? Because I guess the argument, Tiff said he's just not that guy. I guess the argument would be, Tiff, the overwhelming majority of men aren't that guy. I guess that's simply what he's presenting.
I hear it, I don't hear it. And again, maybe I've aged out of this conversation. Like I'm still stuck on, like, if you come to somebody's house, you were interested in this person and they bed is on the ground and you got it, like, you offer, like, yo, it look like things are hard for you. This is something I can do to help you. Like, that happens. Thing, like,
here.
Okay, I'm not talking to you because you super. Sean and Mel, y'all have never seen that. Clearly, she's struggling, and you got it, and you're just like, you know what? On the strength of you living kind of really, this is rough. I'm gonna help you out, baby girl. Like, you ain't never helped nobody else.
I did it one time.
That's what you talking about. Thank you.
I did it one time. I met this stylist. It was like 10 years ago. She was bad, and we went to Kroger. And we went through the little, you do the self-checkout. She was finna steal the food. I was like, baby girl, buy it. What are you doing? I didn't want
that is not the same thing. That is not even remotely the same thing.
He was. She was bad.
No, wait, but that's the thing. Sean really is a simp. And I told men, I said, you want to pick up a woman, find an attractive woman in the grocery store and pay for her groceries.
No, we was on a date. We was headed out. She's like, I gotta stop by the store.
On a date?
Yeah. Oh no. I missed the part. She had a kid. She didn't tell me she had a kid till we got ready to go on the date. She was doing food for her son.
Sean, that doesn't you thought that does not go at all along with Tiff. Think about this. You riding with Shorty. Right? You with her in the self-checkout.
Mm-hmm.
She about to commit a burglary while she with you. You say, I don't want to be a part of the burglary. Let me pay this $37. That's not the same thing.
I was trying to get outside. Yeah.
Let me ask you.
Yo, I see old ladies in the line. Mm-hmm. I see what she got. Here, put her shit with mine.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
I made that mistake at Cold Stone, nigga. Cold Stone, this lady, I didn't know her fucking grandkids was in the car, nigga. This shit cost me $100. But she was in there just by herself. Me and her was just talking. I'm like, yo, put hers with mine. You know what I'm saying? Or some other shit. Oh, you ever been in the McDonald's line? They pay for you, you pay for them. You ever had that happen? So that's different. But Tiff's talking about, oh, you don't got no bed, sweetheart.
What am I doing that?
$900
like,
for a
you
purple
never met
mattress.
somebody that you just be like, hey, you know, you starting out fresh. You know, what can I? This looks like what can I help you with? What can I do to
Fresh.
make it easier? Yeah.
No.
I don't think Tiff
Hell
never
no.
dated. He never dated. He never dated.
I mean, no, because that do happen. Like, I'm not gonna say like a whole bed set, but like, oh, it looked like you need a tire. Let me do that.
But why she
Uzi bought JT furniture. That on their first day, he took her furniture shopping. It's been like
SJT.
A lot of money.
He got it.
SJT.
That's all I'm saying. When you got it, it's not a big deal. What they say, it's not tricking if you got it. So
Yo, listen, this is what I be hating, right? Yo, the women don't know what's happening around them. Yo, he replaced that tire. That tire cost $40. Who gives a shit?
No,
like,
it was
it's not that.
125.
No, trust me. The niggas be. I just y'all be thinking niggas be doing a whole lot.
Use him.
It's a used tire. I know.
I know what he's saying, but I'm telling him it wasn't no used tire.
We don't believe you. We need more people. That's what I'm telling you.
A plus to them.
Oh, man.
Whatever a person ain't got is a plus to them.
It is a plus, but I'm just saying.
All I gave her was $200 and her fucking lights had a
Yo, listen, really, I understand $37, $40, $50. You walk in the house.
The
You don't
woman
got a bed.
for a woman and she don't appreciate you. Then it's these bitches is ungrateful. But when a woman appreciate even the small stuff that you do, because you don't have to do nothing for them, then it's
that's not you talking about something you're talking about something that ain't being talked about. Tiff was saying do these things as a gesture. We didn't even get to if she appreciated it or not. That's not what we discussing. We saying Tiff bugging for saying you should offer to buy her a bed. Don't you agree with her?
Oh no, I think that's a buggy. That's bugging. You
but you got to say we on the same page, bro. You started arguing this shit that way.
You talking was when you said something about the tire. I'm like,
no, I'm not saying Saw didn't appreciate. We didn't even talk about that. I just know it was a used tire. Give a damn what Saw tell me.
It was.
Let me wait, because Saw, you hear? Let me ask this then. Like, you've never paid like rent or mortgage or like a car note or
paying for a mortgage.
I mean,
you never.
All I'm gonna say is it definitely happens
all the time.
I just feel like that be off of the strength. Like if
ain't my life.
Really fucking with you,
you've
like
never paid mortgage.
Yeah,
I paid the mortgage when we was living together. Yeah, but that's nothing. Yeah, that's it.
But I'm saying, okay, so let's say
but like that's what I'm saying. Everything ain't for everybody, but there is some men out there, like I said, that when they're courting you or y'all dating, like it's nothing to them to do it because they just want to release some of the stress off of you. I'm not saying it's a demand or it's a necessity, but I'm just saying I'm just agreeing to what Tip is saying. It does happen. Unfortunately,
women gotta stop settling, or they're not gonna know what other men will do for them. If you settle, if you stay with a man who is gonna continuously tell you it's too much, put you last, always got an excuse, always something corny, then how will you know? Because there is men out here, like I'm not having sex, and there's men out here paying bills, doing all types of stuff. I'm not even having sex with them.
Oh my
so
God.
you have to put yourself out there as a woman, unfortunately, to see what's out there.
He's a loser.
Dre and Saudi, like in my mind,
that man a loser.
What I say when a real one holds you down? Like brokey, but hey, you know.
Hey, so Tiff, you got a son, right?
What is that?
Tiff, you got a son, right? So you telling you teaching your son to pay bills for women that he's not in a committed relationship with?
Yeah, if my son is this is
hold
the
on,
difference.
Dre, hold on, wait, Dre, because Tiff was saying this is what happens. So I'm trying to ask Tiff, are you teaching your son to pay bills?
So shot, real dead ass talk.
Mm-hmm.
My son had met somebody. She literally said, like, yo, well, are you gonna cover my nails? Are you gonna cover this? And then she wanted him to cover the Uber. And I was like, at this point, she's put a price on the pussy. So if you want to pay for it, that's fine, as long as pussy coming at the end. Send her a message. We fucking tonight. If she ain't with it, don't pay for shit. If she with it, send that shit on.
No, this, you see what I'm saying, Shot?
Yeah, you just made it seem like what we said was doing something wrong. That's crazy.
Now, no. Here's the thing. I told him what it was. Now, if he would have sent it and cashed after and didn't, that's on him.
Hey, Relly, there's a mom literally
having sex for nothing.
There's a mom literally telling that nigga, like, as long as pussy at the end, nigga, do what you gotta do.
You ain't getting
no,
pussy.
That's not
what I said. I'm saying if she putting a price on it, she putting a price on it. If she putting a price on it, she putting a price on it.
Yo, they gonna get something. Spend
a whole bag. No pussy.
Go home, nigga.
But this what I'm saying though, right? Look what I'm saying. Look what I'm saying. Hold on, Tiff. Let me baseline this. Yo, I'm gonna drop y'all down. Let me baseline this, right? This is why our standards gotta change, because you see the manipulation tied to it. Literally, they dangling pussy, and niggas is apparently telling their sons to buy cars for women.
You know, I don't agree with that.
Look at this.
You can do for me from your heart, or you can keep it moving.
Back again for another, saying, Poetry Wednesdays. This one today, you know what I'm saying? I've been going through a lot, me and my girl. And this was for all the brothers who do so much, get so little in return. It's my birthday. I know my baby got a gift for the win. Oh man, pussy again. For Christmas, I bought her a Birkin, cause money ain't nothing to spend. What she get me?
Pussy again.
Oh,
pussy again.
Pussy again. Baby, you shouldn't have. No, I mean that shit, bitch. You shouldn't have.
Wow.
I would have took socks, shoes, hell, even clippers if they had them. But now I see that these are things that I couldn't have. Now I gotta sit and play along like this extra great. Acting fake surprised. Oh, you took my breath away. Then you got the nerve to get on the dick and do the same old tricks. Girl, this the same pussy that I had yesterday. What's the gift she gonna get you when you buy her a Benz? Oh man, pussy again. She ain't even put a box on the box, and I'm supposed to pretend like I ain't know she was gonna give me pussy again. That's my time.
Boo.
I like that.
Wow. Yo, it's crazy, bro. But
that's a real thing, though. That's a real thing, though.
Yo, that's literally the real thing, though. And that was literally the offering in real time.
That was the poetry, boy. God dang.
But no, I'm a little confused though, because like, does this not go back to what y'all said the other day about y'all dealing with women who really don't like y'all? Because I feel like if a woman really do like y'all, then she's just not going to keep on giving you pussy. She's going to give you other stuff. She's going to try to reciprocate the same things that you're giving her, because she just so love and infatuated with you.
Let her finish.
All right.
So Saudi, when we listening up here, ain't nobody offer shit. All we heard was what y'all want to get, supposed to get, and willing to take.
Ain't nobody
said nothing. Hold on, Saudi, real quick. And you started referring to what men said. What do you say?
About what?
What are you buying for niggas? What are you doing for niggas?
Oh,
what are you reciprocating?
You have
what you get, Saudi?
I trick for my nigga.
What you buying? Talk your shit, Saudi.
It depends. If I'm in the mall and I
depends.
If I see something that's gonna look good on my
be
man,
specific.
I'm gonna
specific.
So,
I don't
know. Right. When I was in a relationship and it was my man's birthday, he wanted a Fendi hat. We went to the Fendi store and we got that.
No. That's not the same thing. You said his birthday. We listened. Well,
I don't give a fuck if it was a holiday.
No, you didn't. That matters.
I just met him on when I first met him. It was his birthday. I didn't have to do nothing for this man because I didn't know him from Adam and Eve. What did I do? I still went and got him a little bit of underwear, cologne, little candies and notes and stuff. Because I'm like, you apparently ain't. He like, you know what? Yeah.
A little bit of underwear.
Yeah, let's open the pack. Gave him one pair. Gave the rest of us. Yo, this is crazy, son.
Yo, people don't do stuff like it's a random stuff. Like walk into the mall or seeing something on the Tuesday and be like, "Yo, my man like this. I'm gonna get it." Oh, he like.
You saying most men don't? Most women don't.
Like
You
what?
said most women don't do
Hey,
stuff,
so
but
I
like
got a
you
question
did.
for you,
And we
Shawty.
need to level set real quick because the premise at first wasn't even a relationship. We were talking about guys y'all were just dealing with. That's where we started from.
Just dealing. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that's where we started from.
I may buy you some dinner or something. We like I'm like reciprocating. Like I don't think a man should pay for dates all the time. Like so.
But Saudi. But hold on, y'all. Saudi, this is what we're saying, right? Dre is saying she ain't doing nothing. These niggas is buying house and home. Tiff said you stop by the house, buy her a bed if she don't got one, right? They're not even in a relationship. These are just random acts. You talking about in a relationship, you bought a nigga a birthday present.
Nigga, I said more than a birthday present. I clearly said random stuff.
No, I'm a nigga now. I'm a nigga now. Okay.
I'm gonna get it.
I'm a nigga now.
We're not gonna
Now you said this, right? Because you said that you bought the Fendi hat for the birthday. Did you buy it? Hold on. Did you buy the Fendi hat for the birthday? Yes or no?
I did. And
okay. Then you said you take care. Then you say you take care of your man, right?
Okay, continue.
Would that be in the confines of a relationship?
Yeah, and then when y'all said, "Oh, we're not talking about relationships," I also said when we're dating, I don't mind paying for dates,
dinner,
other stuff as well.
How many dinners you paid for? How many dinners you paid for? I'm just curious.
My man.
I mean, not a lot, but
like how many? Like you paid for a few dinners for some men?
That's a.
Yes, I have.
And that's a cop outside. Nobody twisting nothing. You said exactly that. And you said in dating, you will pay for dinner, but that's not your modus operandi, but you've paid for dinner before. That's all.
It's act like it don't happen. So that's what I'm saying. I'm making a point that it happens. If y'all ain't getting dinner paid for, y'all need to figure that out.
No, sorry. What they saying is sorry that it's your anomaly. That it's not often. In the grand scheme of things, women don't do much.
And honestly,
to go back to y'all need to find people who really fuck with y'all because they really did.
Look at me. This life said I've never paid for no date.
I don't pay for a date. I don't pay for
I've offered, but I mean, sometimes dudes be acting like super offended. Like
I like men like that. I like men that be super offended that
like
you want
super
to
offended. Like, so to me, I'm just like, yeah, no, I've had people offer to take care of things, but also like I think it's just, hey,
you gotta buy men like that gifts, like thoughtful gifts. You just gotta know what they like.
Because as a man, if you accept a lot from a woman, I look at you as feminine. So that's
I don't know. That's crazy.
I'm just like you got your hand out like a female. You might as well bend over. What are you trying to do for 40?
Real life.
I'm just saying.
Like some coffee money.
That may be sexist. I'm sorry, but
so I said, shit, these bitches taking me to root quiz.
Hey, my laptop I'm on right now, somebody bought me. So I mean, I didn't really like me.
When Beyonce came out with that song, he said, "Fuck me good." He brought my ass to Red Lobster. Sean was at Red Lobster.
Don't.
Lobster shop was at Red Lobster.
Don't overrun that point though. What Jerry has said, I thought the women was going to address it.
What did she
if
say?
a nigga get a gift from a woman and he expect for it to be reciprocal, he's feminine.
Yeah,
I don't know. That's why
he definitely is more his feminine and masculine energy. That's why he want a woman to. That's why he basically want everything back that he's given. He basically wants a woman to. Yeah, he's definitely in his feminine energy.
So they don't deserve to be appreciated.
What you say, Sai?
Deserve to be appreciated.
No. He can be appreciated, but when it comes to a man wanting a woman to take care of him, wanting everything back, that's very feminine. Big feminine.
But that ain't even what you.
Women want to be kept, right? We want to be kept as women. Men take care of us. So if you're in that energy, you're feminine.
But you gotta slow down. She be jumping from fucking New York to Cali.
Hold on. All right, let's do this.
Damn.
Nobody. All right. Chill. Chill. Go ahead, Sherelle. Explain.
The feminine is receiving energy. Like the feminine is the receiving. Men are givers,
right?
And are receivers. Right. So what she's saying is, and when you're in a receiving energy, that is feminine energy.
You like a woman with your hand out.
Yeah.
Hey, fellas, don't fall for the Shane tactics, bro. Like if a woman, first of all, she really likes you, this not gonna be something you have to demand. But if you putting motherfucking pedal to the metal, taking care of your home, you should have a woman. You should require a woman that shows you that she cares, not with just vagina, not with just pancakes on Saturday. It's nothing feminine
But
about
I
being
don't
a
think she
man.
gay. I
Oh,
don't think
so
that. I
only
don't think she's
caring is
saying y'all gay. Are
financial
you
for a
saying they
man,
gay?
like a woman, right?
Calling
She said,
the nigga a woman.
Because
she
when
said
a woman is
feminine.
given to you, she's in her masculine, right? Then
Right.
that's
No,
different.
what?
That makes no sense.
No sense
It's very
whatsoever.
That's what
feminine,
she's saying.
very reverse
It
roles.
does.
So
I get what she's saying.
She
I
wants to
just
be the
think it
woman,
ain't
the
Ladies,
It's
princess.
bullshit.
ladies, 1 second. So I understand what they're saying, but
He
I
wants to
also
be a
agree with what you're
housewife.
saying. No, it's not a housewife aspect. Again, if
You
you
know what I
have someone
mean?
taking very good
Bad.
care and things are being like you don't have no questions, then there's certain things that because everything is being taken care of he shouldn't have like if things that you should notice. Like, the underwear ain't right. I'm gonna buy them. Like here, this is this. The soap ain't what you wanted to do. I'm buying that. It's certain things that you as a woman should want to do. It's like a Beyonce of upgrading a person of
That's $12.
right? That man want
But
a
then,
car.
but then also
Buy me
y'all
car
talk about
part.
this.
Buy a
Oh,
turbo.
not
Buy a
no empty
supercharger.
car.
I
Y'all
already
talk about
bought money bag a Maybach. Show
Yo,
him
but
what a
y'all
Maybach.
talk about
Well,
masculine
see,
and feminine energy as if we both don't possess. Like it needs to be a
That
balance.
part.
Like
We
one
do.
doesn't overrule the other one. Like it's
Hey
a
man,
balance
this,
when
see,
it comes to that
this,
masculinity
this what I
and
know, man.
Hey,
energy.
so when y'all buy y'all
Hold on,
sons,
you
stop.
low,
We don't
Sean.
have
You low, Sean.
equal. We have less testosterone and more estrogen. They have
That got
more
nothing to do with
testosterone
But
and
that
less
here we
doesn't
go.
estrogen.
matter. We both
that
possess
got nothing to do
that
with buying
energy.
gifts.
I
So
got
it
nothing to do about the gift. This is
like
nuts.
Right,
it
but
has
a
to be
man
Nothing to
is
do with
more
that.
in his
Ah, yo.
our
masculine than
feminine
he is in his
And
Yo,
look,
feminine.
look at y'all. Y'all just
y'all
talking
are
over each other. Literally, just
I'm
talking
not
over each
I
other.
don't
We can't even hear y'all.
I don't
Jeez.
understand that. Like, I get it,
All right,
especially
hold
as a
on, Tiff. Hold on, Tiff. Because you made your point, Tiff, right? And it was just ran over. Everybody just talking at once.
okay, because
Go,
okay.
You made your point. I think there's even more clarification, but you started. Go ahead, Sean.
Look, man, there's nothing like a thoughtful, generous woman who all she wants to do is ignore the fuck out of y'all and trick on her, man. And she don't give a fuck. You're not gonna shame her. She gonna be with that man forever. He gonna give her everything that she needs and wants, and she don't mind reciprocating. You can't shame her. She's a bad bitch, and you ain't gonna make her feel like less than because she knows who she is. She's secure in her relationship, and she's going to be happy. And when you
Yo,
hit her up to go out, she's not gonna answer. She gonna lie to you. Why? Because I'm asleep in them guts tonight. You feel me?
You got a mic
let
in
me.
your hand?
Can
you
I?
ain't
Can
got a
I?
mic. Let me say
Sean,
this, August. Let me say this, August. Because you could tell they don't know. Yo, it is yo. My wife bought me my first pair of McQueens. Y'all probably don't know the price range, but if you know, you know.
It's $1,200.
She bought me my PS5. She bought me my first pair of AirPods. Every year, right? When the Jordan 11s came out, when I used to wear those, every year she had a connect where we would get them. They were 220. We get them for 320. She got my pair and her pair every year for like 3 or 4 years when the breads first came out. When I was into that shit, right? I bought a lot of shit too, and it probably really ain't close. But the point is, you're fucking. What y'all saying is fucking ridiculous.
no,
And that shows y'all really
no.
don't have the experience. It's not tangible. You never really loved nobody. You never
I
really
love
cared
people.
about a
I
nigga.
want people. Well,
That's
you
not.
Really, I'm
I'm
not
not
talking to
saying
you.
that.
I
We're
think
not
you
saying
probably did
y'all
that.
can't get gifts and
Nah,
y'all
but you
making it
calling a
so
nigga
much.
feminine. It's weird though. It's the gaslighting terminology that makes no sense.
Yeah.
Yes, it does. A woman
Can
wants
I?
to be kept. A man with his hand out.
What the
That's
fuck are you
like
talking
Hey,
about?
I
Hemp.
We
don't
talking
do
about
What
that.
is
gifts.
Father's Day gifts and Mother's Day gifts?
Wait, look. Let me say this though, and I have to ask a question. I have to ask a question. Ultimately, like for most of the women that are not married on the panel, when you are dealing with a man, do you want to be married to the man that you're dealing with? If you know what I'm saying, if you like that guy,
Wait, say that again.
if you're dealing with a man ultimately, do you want to be married to that man? If you like that guy, if y'all are in a relationship, is that the goal for most of y'all, or if not all?
I mean, that's the goal.
He
It
would
should
have to
be.
be
Yeah,
a
but
certain type. Yeah, I would.
if he's everything you want, if he's everything you asking for, would you? Is the goal to marry that guy?
That's the goal.
Yeah,
That's the goal.
well,
Okay,
let's say yeah.
so the thing about it is that the social skills that y'all are exhibiting, where you have this idea that it's feminine for a man to have some kind of reciprocation in a relationship, is the reason why you'll never achieve that goal. When you marry somebody, and I'm just talking about just the institution of marriage, there's gonna have to be parts that you have to play, but you would have to already be in the spirit of a person that's a giver to understand how to play that part. You can't look at giving and saying that that's just a feminine role for a man to, that's a feminine role for a man to want to receive. Because if you in that mindset, it doesn't set you up to be able to even be married to anybody, because marriage requires two people to play specific roles in their institution in order for them to be able to progress forward in life together. So if you operate in a space where I'm supposed to just receive, and that's what a man's supposed to do, and if he's trying to get something back from me, he wrong, you already operating in the wrong space. It is not it's not feminine for a man to expect some reciprocation, because in order for him to even be able to see you as suitable, you have to have some kind of reciprocation. You have
It
to have
doesn't
the
have to
mindset
be
to do it.
financial.
I'm saying it have to be financial, but what they're doing is they're using it as they're using these terms on a very like surface level face, because that's what y'all operating at. Y'all
Hold
can't
on,
even
so you're changing historical data then? Because
What is
historically,
historical?
since the beginning of time, men are the primary provider, and and women don't have to be tricks for you. That's
Women
recent.
have
Feminine
always
men
done.
who lack
Women have
testosterone. They want men. They want trick mamas. I'm not about to
women.
trick on no man.
Women
I
have
would rather
always.
I would rather die alone with 10
Wait,
cats.
don't answer.
They can
So,
eat my
Drea.
body after I'm dead.
So, Drea, let me ask you this. Drea, you have somebody, like, legitimately, he's got everything. You don't have to worry about it.
A lot of feedback.
At some
Hold on, I
point,
can hear you.
So everything's can you hear me now? Can you hear
Yeah,
me?
y'all,
Okay,
y'all with
yes,
the
I can hear you
headphones,
too.
you gotta mute if you're not talking because you got background. Go ahead, Tiff.
So everything's taken care of, right? You don't have to worry about a thing. At some point, y'all, date night is every Wednesday. If for a month you don't save up and be like, on Wednesday, when the don't even let the waiter come to the table. Come on, babe, let's go. We're about to check. I got it, baby.
Yes, Tiff, I don't have any problem with
you know
gifts.
what? It's the same
I don't
thing
have any
because
problem with gifts.
you taking care of me so deep. I wanna show you I appreciate you. I'm not taking advantage of you, and also I want you to be comfortable. I want to surprise you. Like, nah, I got you. The next week, do it again. Babe, I got you. You do that for a month. Just to let the man know I see what you're doing for me, and I understand.
She don't disagree. She don't disagree with that. She already agreed that can happen, right? But here's what August laid out that I think y'all not understanding, right? And it give me cause for pause. Hold on, sorry. It give me cause for pause, honestly, right? Because what it sounds like is right because you don't think you should be kept, right? So now what it sounds like when the going get tough, where's she gonna be? Can you depend on her? Because she don't think she's supposed to be given at a certain rate and to a certain extent, right? So as soon as you fall and you can't keep her, she gonna keep it moving. Because y'all, what y'all saying, I don't know if you know how detrimental it'll be to a long-term and long-lasting relationship. It's much deeper. What you articulating is not just on the surface of gift giving. It's deeper. It's how you feel about multiple things.
Right, and
that's dangerous.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just trying to help you see the mindset.
But I don't want it to be where I'm being condescending, because I'm like, if he's a leader, if he has a plan, it doesn't happen like that. Again, my parents were married. I've seen it. You can't really tell me something that I've lived, experienced. I know like I went to private school, so majority of those men were husbands, fathers, married, not falling off.
I'm gonna tell you, like,
not needing a women to keep the like. I've seen this shit my whole life.
I'm gonna tell you like this. You don't know nothing about their marriage because there have been instances.
I don't know nothing.
You don't know nothing about the institution of their marriage. Every marriage is very different and very private. So if a man is falling off, if a wife is the wife that she's supposed to be, there's no way in hell you'll even ever know it. There's no way you ever know it because that's the institution of their marriage.
Hold on, you talking about my parents or are you talking about?
I'm just talking about in general, but you said that you've seen married people. And so what I'm telling you is,
like
this is the last thing I'm
you telling me I don't know if my parents fell off?
You don't know your parents' marriage. You don't know nothing about your parents' marriage. Or you're a child. I'm telling you, there's things about their marriage that you don't know shit about, and you're never gonna know about it. I'm telling you that right now.
Yeah, because I'm an adult and I never talk to them, right?
You can talk to them all you want, but I'm gonna tell you right now that even my children right now that I have today, if they're adults, I'm not gonna let them know what's going on between the institution of my marriage, whether it's right, wrong, good, or bad. It's none of their business. And so when you're dealing with a person, hold on, Dre. Dang. When you're dealing with a person and you're intimate with that person, a lot of the things that y'all go through just stay between y'all. That's what the marriage is. That means that nobody knows about the shit that y'all go through.
So you're saying you're not going to tell your kids the truth about your marriage?
That's not their fucking business. Like, you know what I'm saying? They don't know nothing about whatever it is that I got going on with their mama. That's
Why
what
not?
they have to do it. Because that's not their business. They need to stay in there.
No. I'm talking about as an adult, and they're
as an adult. I'm still their dad.
What do you think about this? What happened? During
hold
this
on 1
time?
second, August. So, Drea, my son is 20. My son is.
I'm talking about as an adult, August.
But here's what
I'm saying. Go ahead.
Even as an adult, there are things that go on within our home that he is still our child. I am not going to tell him anything that one is going to. Our marriage is our marriage, and if you look at it like it's God, the husband.
Hold on, Tiff. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying when they consult to you and ask you things and want to know things because that's going to affect their life. Now they're an adult. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about gossip.
So even as an adult, if he wants to talk to me about certain situations, then I'm more than willing to talk to him about those situations. But the things that me and his father have worked through and worked on, no, that's not.
Dre, you said gossip? That's what you said? You talking about gossip?
No, I'm saying I'm not talking about gossip the way you keep saying.
I didn't
hear y'all. Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all this. Y'all are dragging out points and ruin the conversation. All right, this is what what they're saying, and I think Dre will understand. Right? If you go in hindsight to your parents, hey, so I remember one time we quite didn't have. In hindsight, you an adult, they may give you edification like, yeah, we were going through X, Y, and Z, right? But there are several things that they're going to take to the grave that's going to be between them two. There are going to be depths in which your father would fall to, and your mother had to help him up. But because she respects that man and his masculinity and would never emasculate him, there's things she's not going to disclose. But yeah, you have reflective points like, hey, nigga, you remember when we kept eating peanut butter and jelly for a week? That's because such and such happened. But it'll be much more lighthearted stuff. But there's things that two people should keep between each other no matter what. That's all. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Saul? You trying to say something? My bad.
So you're saying there's some things you would never tell your children no matter what age they are.
Yeah.
Never.
I'm gonna get
let me get that's the point. That's the point. That's the point. That's the point.
I'll say this.
That's the point. That's the point. That's the point.
When my father had passed before then.
That's the point, Tiff. We don't have to keep going over it over and over.
Go sorry.
All right, because y'all been killing the point. Is being redundant.
I didn't co-sign nothing that Dre was saying because I actually felt what August was saying. And that's what I was trying to say earlier with the masculine and feminine energy. It's like we both possess some of it. So like it's okay to reciprocate. And that's about it.
This is what I was saying that for though. It's because you can't if you don't practice this type of stuff. It's quick. If you don't practice this type of stuff, you can't turn it on like a light switch when you enter a relationship. You gotta and on top of that, if you practice this stuff, you're gonna attract a husband. But you have to understand how to reciprocate and what to reciprocate. That's all. I'm gonna get right there.
Hakeem with the $5 says August being broke and being poor are two different things, bro. But you're conflating them. Yeah, he was just saying his friends ain't broke or poor. He was talking about his friends specifically. And with the $2, hey, y'all mute somebody got right. Huh?
Specifically.
Yeah, specifically, yeah. I don't know what you say. I ain't talking about the Pacific Ocean.
Said you
never been there.
specifically, but whatever.
Me?
Now you trying to add the S.
Please. I know you ain't talking about talking.
You ain't talking about talking. You
Y'all
talking
come,
about your shit.
y'all come from the worst food system in the country. All right, let me read these, y'all.
Mississippi. Shot.
Aaron with the $2 says, let me.
49.
God damn it. All right, let me read these super chats. Nigga. Let me put all this down just in case. Man, fuck it. Aaron with the $2 says, let me buy you a bed for the next man to lay on. Hell yeah. Joel with the $5 says, tricking is tricking whether you got it or not. Yeah, that's you, Mel, with all the, it's like all right. Whether you got it or not, that's still money you're saving them on. That's still money you're saving them on some shit they supposed to be doing as adults. MC Heavy Tits with the $10 says, I know I'm below average. Even in a relationship, I never had a man pay my bills. Joel with the $5. What up, MC Heavy Tits? Said, this is that bullshit, ellipsis. So her tires only go flat when you around? Them nails last 2-3 weeks, but you got to get them done? Nah, fam. LOL. Aaron with the $2 says, I told y'all the moms make the sons savages. Albert was popping. Salute, my G. Welcome to the family, cuzzo. Nikasu with the $2 says, women love spewing that fake consideration. Women, that fake consideration. What he talking about? What part? I guess he be listening. Jay Miller with the $10 says, to be fair, women will spend money if they like you. When I was young, I drove my girl's car and brought it back on E many times. If they like you, they will spend. Joel with the $5 says, Drea. So a man receiving a birthday gift is being feminine. So what will women do to show a man reciprocity that is acceptable? Dre, you want to respond to this quickly?
Yes. So if a man's receiving a birthday, no. So I've already said that I'm not speaking on gifts and small things like that. I'm just speaking on like a man really wanting you to, because this is kind of a newer wave. Like I was born in the end of the 80s, and I just remember men who are now like 50. They were not as expecting a woman to take care of them. I just see that a lot now. Like men are like wanting you to, and I just don't. It's feminine in my opinion. You don't have to agree, but it's feminine in my opinion because again, a man is tapping more into his testosterone. So him wanting to be kept and wanting you to do all this extra stuff is him being feminine.
Okay. All right, Zeke, salute. For gifting and one membership, man. Whoever got blessed with it, please maintain it. Aaron with the $2 says 90% of women don't know how to love a man.
Why? Because we don't want to.
Mike Brown with the $2 says, Hamp, do you think? All right, y'all stop interrupting now. Okay. Mike Brown with the $2 says, Hamp, do you think these women can be single too long? I think there's a lot that happens when you out there by yourself for a long time. I'm telling you, you see that shit can wear on you, B. I'm telling you. Salute to Zeke once again with the gifted membership, man. God bless, man. Shalom. Whoever got blessed with it, please maintain it. Jonathan with the $5 says, where is her man? She's seen so much, okay? Where is her results? Aaron with the $5 says, I see now why the black community fucked up. Nosy ass kids and too talkative ass parents. Children stay in their place. Parents learn to shut the fuck up. MC Heavy Tits with the $10 says, my mama held it down when my dad went to treatment when we were kids, but I didn't know about it until a couple years ago when my dad told me. My mama still talk about it. Oh, still doesn't talk about it, I think, right? That's probably what she meant to say. Yeah. Nas with the $5 says, y'all would trick off on a dog before y'all trick off on a man you potentially may care for? Ever heard of dowry? Onikasu with the $2 says, women don't truly gift give. It's a lie. Microphone check with the $5 says, sound like Drea want a man to be thankful he got 2 pairs of socks for Christmas while she gets everything. Anything past 2 pairs make him a woman. What's up, bro? What you got?
What?
Okay. So I don't think that I don't think that reciprocity is a universal law. Anybody can get drained if they're consistently giving and not receiving. So the whole it's a woman or a man thing is just off balance. But a lot of people just be speaking from hurt. So baby, we not 50 though. We not 50.
We 34. We 34.
What do you think is next?
Mississippi used to be last, so y'all doing
We 34. We 34.
I'm gonna Google it. I don't trust your Google.
Google
Go
it.
ahead.
I don't trust your stats. You missing don't trust other people's stats. Somebody else look it up for me. But I think a lot of people just be speaking from hurt, and I don't think that make no sense. You in relationships with people you don't want to buy them nothing. Y'all just be feeling like fucking buyer's remorse. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then a lot of times when people do talk, and it's women and men, y'all both do it. When somebody do stuff for y'all talk about it in a bragging way, like you finessed it out of the person. And when you take advantage of people good heart, they do end up not wanting to give you shit. Because if you want to hear like, oh yeah, I had that nigga paying all my bills and da 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 da, that make every nigga, I ain't never paying the bitch bills. And when y'all get up here, I was fucking that bitch and driving her car. That make women think, don't never let these niggas drive your car. So it's just a negative connotation that y'all put around it. But if you with somebody, you with a man that you respect, you wouldn't have no problem doing nothing for him. You'll give him the world. And you know that he'll give you the world in return. So it ain't, nobody don't need to be shaming you about that at all.
Yeah.
But y'all ain't dealing with niggas that's giving y'all the world. Y'all dealing with niggas that's giving y'all dick and then not calling y'all back. And I can understand why you don't want to buy him nothing, because you're already in a lose-lose situation. You can't even gain a fucking committed relationship and you giving all you got away. You see what I'm saying? So I can see if you don't even want to cook now. Like, damn, you just suck dick, you got lockjaw, and you still can't, you know what I'm saying? This nigga ain't gonna even call you tonight. You know what I'm saying? So I understand you already giving too much. You drained. But if you're dealing with a man, a stand-up nigga, and you for real, you would not have no issue doing nothing for that man. You'll go get the whole world to give it to him.
No,
that's exactly how I feel.
I don't agree.
I
also think from a logical standpoint.
Have you ever truly been in love?
Yeah. Hold on, but that's something that men do to women. Money doesn't equate to love, so. But anyway,
can we clear? So say that not like. That's
the very thing that men do to women, and you know as much as I know, it doesn't equate.
But Drea, we're not talking about right now. We're saying 6 months from now, right? You meet somebody. He is everything that you want. You've been treated well. You blink, he got it. At some point, when you're loved like that, you want to reciprocate because you want that person to understand, I'm not taking this for value, and I understand that this is a privilege. The way that you love me is a privilege. And because that's what I receive, I want for you to feel the same way. I want you to understand. I see how you're holding me down. I see that because you're holding me down, all the money that I've saved, this one little act or a couple acts of like it just, to me, it's just a bit concerning that at what point do you think you're going to feel secure enough? Like you're not.
I agree with you, but it's not going to be money.
Okay.
But
so
that's my thing.
But I'll reciprocate. I'll show my love, but it's not going to be money. I'm sorry. And I think furthermore, from a logical standpoint, that is the very thing that's messed up the Black community. That's the very thing that is keeping us in poverty. I think it doesn't make any sense at all.
Why would you give your body to somebody? You wouldn't give your money to a person you would give your body to. But you would give your body to somebody you wouldn't give money to. Then you would have a kid for a person you wouldn't give money to. You could literally die having a kid. Y'all talk about that all the time.
I'm not taking care of a man. I didn't have to take care of my daughter's dad.
Extreme conditions. You can't never get your pussy back from a nigga. You could go run up a bag 1,000 times. Tomorrow
I don't want my pussy back. I don't want my pussy back.
But you don't use your pussy to buy goods.
I don't want it back.
You use money to buy goods. You go to the store every day and spend money on gas, food, snacks, all that shit. And you cherish the money more than you cherish your body. So if that's the case, go fuck for gas. Go fuck for snacks. Go fuck for chips.
I don't want it back.
Think about all the shit that you do with money and then go put your pussy as the currency. And that shit would not make no sense. So saying that you would give your pussy to something that you wouldn't give money to, that shit makes absolutely no sense.
I don't want it
you
back.
You give your money away like it ain't nothing. To anybody, to strangers, we'll give money to strangers. We'll give money to a homeless man on the street. We wouldn't give our pussy to him, right? But the one to give your pussy to, you wouldn't give $1 to, but you would give $1 to a homeless man that you wouldn't give your pussy to, but you would give your pussy to a nigga you couldn't give $1 to. That shit makes no sense, Dre.
Right. If my daughter's dad did it, why would I settle for less all of a sudden now? I'm not doing it.
It's not about settling for less.
Like if he really took care of me, why would I go any worse than what I did? I don't get it.
Backwards, bro.
But yeah, I don't want it. I don't want it back. I love my baby. He took care of me. The next man gonna take care of me. My first took care of me. I don't know what to tell y'all. I just don't get it.
But this is exactly why they say that niggas need to up their standards, because I would never, as a man, deal with a female that can't do nothing for me.
I'm not taking care of no man financially. Y'all, I'm so sorry.
Drea, J Mill got a question. He said, Drea, how does it make you feel when you see one of your homegirls serve her man a / husband a plate?
It makes me feel bomb because I love to do that type of thing.
Question for the panel from my brother Jay Miller with the 10 ounces. Question for the panel.
I do that all the time. That's nothing.
Do most men, quote unquote, marry a woman who likes them more than they like her?
Not most men.
Yeah, I've always struggled with this question because, like, how do you quantify it? How do you quantify who likes the? Because I've even heard women say, "Get a man who likes you more than you like him." I'm like, how the hell would you know? Because he buy you shit? Because he pay the bills? Like, it's no way to quantify who likes the other person more. So, I mean, to answer the question, who likes them more? I don't know, man. Go to somebody. I don't know him. Go to somebody else.
There's a way to quantify it.
The feeling of that person feeling like they just lucky to be there, right? That superiority where you know you have leverage in a situation where you don't really fuck with them like that. And it could be the man or the woman. People always trying to find leverage over their partner, which means the 9 times out of 10 you find out that they like you more is you treat them like shit. Mm-hmm. And they ain't gonna go nowhere. They're like a puppy on your leg. You kick it, they won't go nowhere. Get the fuck off me. They gonna still be on you. Oh, you know, I can do this anything. I could do this man anything. He ain't gonna do nothing. I could talk to him crazy. I could act crazy with him. I ain't gotta respect him. He gonna still be here eating out the palm of my hands. This nigga lucky to be here. And that's what people be doing, looking for leverage. Cause y'all hurt as fuck and y'all don't actually want to make no genuine connection. Y'all scared to get y'all feelings hurt.
I'm gonna say, look, but
I guess I ain't gonna write about it more than they like me. Then I can't. Yeah, I don't.
I'm gonna say it like this: there's always gonna be in an imbalance in a relationship. Somebody gonna like somebody the most, and I think that, like, I hear what you saying, Terrell. Like, a lot of what you saying was right. Like, you was on point with most of that. But I think that, like, if a woman like a man more than a man like a woman, that relationship is gonna be more balanced, because a man is not gonna really, like, treat his woman bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though he knows she like him more, he not gonna treat her bad. He gonna appreciate it, because most women really don't act like that for real. So
it's better when the man likes you more.
Nah, I think it's better when a woman like the man more. I think that relationship way more stable.
I've never had it any other way.
Yeah, no,
so I don't really know.
Well, I know.
To be honest, I would say this. I would rather like the man more than he like me. But let me tell you why. Women never respect the man that likes them more. You treat him like a poo-putt. I'm not letting no poop run my life. I'm not letting no nigga who
but
just
he doesn't respect you.
I don't even respect. Why would I allow somebody
respect you?
I don't respect inside of my body. I don't respect myself. I keep telling y'all, keep fucking on loser niggas. Y'all gonna end up a loser, and that's why
answer the question.
All of that shit is eternal. You keep fucking with losers, sucking loser dick.
All right. Can we answer the question?
I wanted to tell her, look, this is what it is. If the nigga you want is the one you like more.
I would say
Look at the question. Why don't y'all answer the question?
I would say
no, they don't. I think
nah, they
marry the
like
girl that they like more.
That they like, yeah.
Yeah, I think most men do not, Jay Miller.
Yeah.
Hence, you see us separating at, phenomenal rates.
Yeah.
Like
You
even
know?
the jokes about, oh yeah, you get married, there you go, you cutting off your balls.
But look,
Like
the man you want,
that's a common joke. Like you cutting off your balls, like you're not even a man no more once you get married. Your wife gonna cut off your balls and turn them into earrings.
the man you want is the man that you like the most. It's always gonna be the nigga you want that you like the most. You gonna automatically like him more than he like you because you want him.
And typically that's not the man that like you the most. The man you like the most,
that's what I'm trying to say.
The nigga you like the most.
Right, exactly. It's always, there has to be an imbalance in a relationship every time. That's just the nature of things. It's never gonna be 50-50.
That's the one when the man say you don't make rules for him. How you going? All these other niggas gotta take you on 15 dates, and this nigga can fuck you on the first
for free.
night.
Yep, for free. You got one nigga that can fuck for free.
You on a date with a nigga wrapping up the food to bring to the other nigga because he at the house.
Yep.
He's about to beat.
Yep. And he don't even have to have no money.
You like him the
He
most.
could broke as a motherfucker. He ain't gotta have no money. He could just have your mind.
I'm not attracted to a man who's broke.
I'm not
I don't
saying
care what he looks like.
I'm just talking about
I don't care
just
who
in general.
he is. I don't like. I have bottom lines. That's the difference.
I mean, they
have
got
bottom
one
lines.
nigga though. They got one nigga. I'm not saying specifically for you, but
I ain't never seen a man and been like, "Oh, you broke, you attractive." Like that doesn't.
She got one nigga that you
head.
in love with that is like the cornerstone for every other nigga. You got one nigga that broke your heart or whatever the fuck he might have did, like, that you really like.
Actually, no. When you deal with men who like you, you don't actually get your heart broke.
I guess.
So
I mean, sure.
I've been hurt, August. I've been hurt over like situations and things like that. But I can honestly say a man has never broke my heart, which I know what I'm doing. The maths. They love
you. May not have never been that committed to.
Why would I deal with a man who doesn't respect me and I'm on his and I'm sweating him to the point and he don't respect me? That's why women be getting dogged. That's how y'all be getting dogged.
I got a question. Dre, have you ever called the nigga a bitch ass nigga?
Huh?
Have you ever got mad and called a man a bitch ass nigga?
No, that's very disrespectful.
You never called a man out his name or nothing?
No, because I don't want no man to try to hit me. Because if it comes to that, it's going down, and I'm going to call some people. So I don't play like that. I don't play like that at all.
Where the rest of y'all at? Yeah, this your show.
But that's how women get their heart crushed. That's why you always hear these stories. He did this, he did that, he did that. He don't respect you. He don't like you like that. But you so in love with him, right?
You know how we know.
That don't mean like
that's not all the time.
He cheated. He did this. He gave me STDs. He fucked my friend. He
that's extreme.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. We've been
hearing this our whole life, Sherelle.
I was typing something, but
know women. We've been hearing this literally our whole lives.
The lack of is showing, bro. The negative experiences that we have overrun and are the lead of everything that we thinking, right? And we haven't had substantive enough relationships, right? That were really worth something. Sherelle was intentional with her dating, right? That's why I know when she started talking about the nigga who care the least and treat him like shit and see how that ain't even her life. That's just that rhetoric, right? And it sounds palatable, But yo, we all fucked up. We don't got real good experiences. That's why I was trying to tell them niggas, having sex with a bunch of women don't prepare you to get in a relationship.
Yeah.
And we seeing the results of unintentionality. And then we got kids like Sherelle repeating the shit, and it sounds like it's right because of all the bad shit going on around her little young dumb ass.
I'm in 30. I'm in love with his woman. I'm on my way to Bramstead.
I'm talking to you, not about you, Sherelle. I mean, I'm talking about you, not to you.
It don't matter. I'm here. Period.
But you know what I mean? But like what she hearing is a lot of it is gathered. This nigga ain't been outside. In the day,
people be getting shot outside. Why would I want to be out there?
In the day,
generational.
It's generational.
Y'all got pee in the pool. Shit, y'all be.
Hold on. So everybody agrees that
Everybody
you should
out
love
there.
your man more. Everybody agrees with that except me.
I don't think it's a
That the
more.
woman should.
I don't even understand how you get into that type of measuring for a long term.
Or I'm just asking in general. Well, I think hold on. August said it. August brought up.
I'm saying it because
the imbalance.
I'm saying it because if you like the man more, then that's the nigga you want. It has to be like that. If you like this nigga more, then that's the nigga you want. If you don't like him more, then you settling for that nigga. It's simple math.
And this is why I agree simply.
Oh wait,
women
Tiff,
have so
that's where it came from, Tiff. August, that's where I was talking about, but I don't have to say that. You just I'm saying how do you feel the balance should be when you deal with a man?
So I'm gonna say this. One, I do think just because the way that the world is, it's probably better today with shut up, him. I'm sorry, excuse me, that was not right. Hush. I shouldn't have told you shut up. I apologize. That was out of pocket. I apologize.
That's real.
In the sense of like I was out of pocket. I shouldn't have talked to that man like that. That's not right. So in the sense of I think that a lot of women, because we don't necessarily have a thicker skin, I think that you might be different. But if I have to say for the majority versus the rule, I think that a lot of women need to be dating for marriage. And if certain things are coming up and you don't want to go there, that's not your husband. And you need to probably reevaluate, because at the end of the day, you could meet somebody and they're on top of the world, but things happen, life happens. So if everything that you're bringing into is subject to making me feel good, what happens if you keep bringing it into this house anymore? That doesn't make you less of a man. A situation has changed. So for me, I'm not going into it even looking at what you're doing for me. He that findeth a wife find a good thing. So I want to be a good thing, and I don't want to be a burden. And I want to ensure that my behavior as a wife, I'm not out of step. And I want to love my husband because that's my husband. And what I do for my husband is because that's my husband. So I'm not even coming into it measuring things, because I don't want to, like, you can't measure that out. You can't, because it's up and down.
See, that's what I was saying. I knew that it wasn't going to be a direct answer to the question.
Can I answer?
So the thing about what Tiff was saying just now is decent information, but it wasn't what Drea asked about directly. That's why I said I know it's not going to be an actual answer to it.
I can measure love.
So Drea, can you ask the question again?
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
About originally it was, do you feel that you should be more into your man or should he be more into you, based off of what August said? And then I said we could remove that aspect because you said you don't measure on if you like him more, if he likes you more. So I just wanted to know, what do you think is a good measure, like, to entertain a relationship where there's a good balance, I guess?
Yeah, the question is,
I'm gonna tell you the trick.
Sherelle, the question is this, though. I want the question answered, right? Do you think you should be into your man more than he's into you, based on August's
I
point?
understand the question. Yes.
Let me repeat it, because it's obvious that y'all disregard each other, everybody on the panel and everybody listening, because it's continue to be people talking at one time. So if I repeat something, it's not just for you. I want to make sure they know what the question is that's being answered.
Okay.
Go ahead, talking shit.
Oh no, I definitely think that you should be more into him, like, because he's a man. I thought all women wanted their man to be better than them. I thought you all look up to him like this nigga's, like, not in a most high type of way, but this nigga's God.
Yeah.
Like the when you walk around with him, your brain turns off because you think when you with him, so you just untouchable. I thought that's how everybody felt about them, man. Like, this nigga's amazing. This nigga's smarter than me. This nigga's stronger than me. This nigga, he's better than me. I look up to him. I have reverence for him. I thought that was normal. Yes, that's how it should be. I don't want to look down at my man. No.
Okay. I got you, Sherelle.
No.
That's a substantive.
I don't even want to look across to him. Like,
no, that's a substantive answer, right? Because it's not even in hyperbole, but we see women kind of turn themselves off because they comfortable. You know, they don't have those worries when they with the right man. You know, one thing I was gonna offer, and let me know what y'all think, is also because women, the women that we want, that we're willing to marry, have so much access to men. Even Drea alluded to that earlier. Y'all got to fan niggas off at the grocery store, at the gas pump, right? So with all those options, right? When she discerns that she has that infatuation, that's more solid and substantive because they have so much access, right? But coupled with what Sherelle said, you know, that's how I kind of see it. Because usually we got to work to get it to an extent.
So, Sherelle, I think I'm having trouble finding a man that I'm infatuated with. I've never in my life. Like, where are they?
Maybe you got to do some self-work.
Depending on
like,
your type.
Are you infatuated with a man? Like,
maybe you got to do some self-work.
Hey, Drea, you might. Hey, Drea.
You never met a man that's
Let y'all go.
I ain't gonna say that.
Go ahead, Sean. Go ahead, Sean.
Somebody help me. How does this even happen?
I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not. But Dre, you might be gay.
No, I'm not.
Oh,
like, why? How you want to say something out of pocket like that?
And here's why I'm saying it, because you just said.
So I'm grown as hell, and you don't think I
let me finish
by now?
Let me finish.
By now.
Before I said it, because when I hear you speak about men, you don't exalt them in any ways. You even just said you've never had a man that you've been infatuated with. All right, it's a little levity in what I said, but at the same time, like I don't know. I just never hear you say. I don't often hear you say positive things about men. And so, like, even in this conversation now, you just said you've never been infatuated with men, almost like it's you can't fathom the idea of being infatuated with men. It's like, do you like I don't know. It don't sound like you like. I don't know.
But Dre, I'm not trying to speak for you, Shad. When we talked earlier in the Discord, join the Discord. Somebody dropped the link. I think a lot of, and she said something that was real as hell. She has a relationship with her father, and she even said like having him love her has made it very hard for her to find someone, because the way that she saw her father love her mother and love on her, it's not necessarily what she's available. So in seeing that, I'm not cutting bail. I'm just saying, as a daddy's girl, I absolutely get it. Now, this is what I'm gonna say to you, Shad. It took me a minute. But I feel as if I've been blessed in being able to love a man that's similar to my father, but also there were some skill sets that, because I was a daddy's girl, I was not going to get that from my father. It was going to take my husband to help facilitate that. And because he's been willing to be patient and to work with me, it makes me love him more. Because I thought I was a great communicator, and I was in a workplace. I was not in a relationship. I thought I was Trump type. It was cool for a single chick, but as a wife and what was best for him, you have to be malleable, and you have to be willing to say, like, I love you enough to try to be myself, but also to be peaceful and not, cause strife in our home. Right. So it's just one of those things, like with time. And it's one of those, like, I'll tell you, I've dated people and my mother would say something so simple, like, you don't like him. And I'll be like, no, I like him, Mom. And she's like, you won't even cook for him. I cook every day, and it's not a task, because I like to know that it's something. I like to watch this man eat my food. I like to pep this plate up. Like, it do something for me. When he sent a message like, man, that breakfast was Trump tight, my chest for the rest of the day be like, it's something so small.
Hey, Dre. Hey, Dre, if you was offended by what I'm saying, my bad. I'm messing with you a little bit, but at the same time, I was messing with you. But at the same time, though.
Yeah, you kind of serious.
No. I'm not serious about calling you gay, but I'm saying you just said you've never been. So I guess for me, it's hard to reconcile with you having a child and then also saying you've never been infatuated with a man. Because I'm like, how did you get to a point with the man who you had a kid with Where you was like, I want to have a kid by him, but you didn't have. It was no infatuation or love. That just doesn't make sense to me.
Well, I mean, a man is a man. I mean, you don't have like. I just don't infatuation. Oh, well, okay, Michael Jackson. There.
But I'm being now
There
being
go one. So now
I know, but I'm saying, but okay, I got you. I got the Michael Jackson, but the guy that you had a kid with, there was
take
no.
that LGBT stuff back.
I already said that. I said that I was playing. I said you my bad.
Michael Jackson like a girl.
Stop it. Him.
Oh my God, how I was
trying to come back up.
Shit. Oh my
No, you
God.
didn't.
I'm like, not white Michael Jackson.
My mic because
Like a girl.
Hey, but Dre, but the guy you had a kid with, you weren't infatuated with him?
Is she frozen?
I think so.
Here, August 2nd,
Dre,
No.
Shot. Say it again.
I said you weren't infatuated with the man you had a kid with?
No. Not infatuated. No.
You loved them. You loved them?
Yeah.
But you're not a dagger though.
No, not infatuated. No. I don't think most people.
I let him. I shouldn't have said. I let him.
I don't think
my
most
bad,
people are
Dre.
infatuated with their husband or wife. I don't think most people are infatuated with their partner. No.
Hey, Dre, can I answer your question though? I really wanted to and I wanted to answer your question. I hope it helped. I think what's happening is that you're not attracting the guys that you see like your father. You know what I'm saying? The guy that you see fit that is like that will, do it for you. You know what I mean? But I think that the reason,
know what, August, that's true because well, hold on. It's not true that I'm not attracting them. I attract everything.
okay.
The point is that honestly, the men who are more like my dad are not really that physically attractive to me. Like, and then like, it's just weird, right? I don't really like old men. I don't because see, I've talked to actual men who care about me, who love me outside of sex, who advise me, right? Most men that I know that care about me tell me you're crazy, you're fuck with an older guy. They say if you want certain things, you need to be with an older guy because they know what I want, stability, whatever. Okay, so but I'm not really physically attracted to old men. And then like, my dad types, I'm not really and then like the types who are physically attractive, a lot of them are not, they don't have the skill set, the mind. It'll take time. They gotta grow, they gotta mature. So just straight up, it's already kind of a complex.
You're looking for a unicorn. That's what you're trying to say. Like you're looking for like this 1 in a million type of guy.
No, he would probably have to be older, but I'm not attrrated to old men. So that's already
what I'm trying to say. So we got
already know.
We got to take that off the table.
Playing victim why I'm single. I'm not playing victim.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying so we got to take the older men off the table because you're not attracted to them physically. So you looking for a young guy with an old man mentality that you physically attracted to. Is what you're saying?
He has to be.
Okay, so a unicorn. That's what I'm trying to say. So you looking for?
No, that's not a unicorn. You could be lit and have an old soul. Like a lot of people are raised by their grandparents.
How many men do you think are lit with an old soul? Like if you had to do like a mathematical estimation of how many men fit that exact criteria.
I need to relocate down south. It's probably a lot of them down south.
No, I'm talking about just in general.
Let's just do Ohio.
Let's just do the whole United States so we can cover it all.
I'm saying half. They down south. I need to.
So 50% of men operate like that, and what you think that unicorn where they young and they got an old soul?
My dad in his youth was lit. I'm not saying my dad's unattractive. I'm just saying like my dad, like as I know him. But he's attractive, attractive to my mom. My mom, they were born like in a similar, their peers. So what I'm saying is, yeah, I would have to do like my mom, get somebody probably from down south. I was born in Ohio. They had us in Ohio, but that's going to be more the prototype that I'm into. Look good, dark, handsome, lit, all that. Provider, family oriented. It's going to be probably somebody from the south. Definitely never a North nigga.
Where's your dad from?
From the south.
No, when you said this, where?
Alabama. Sorry.
Hold on, but Dre, you got all these parameters. Your parameters.
So I already knew that. I knew that a long time ago. But y'all, I stay here.
Dre, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a
of why
question,
I'm
Dre.
single.
Let me ask you a question.
Oh, I'm sorry, Hemp.
It's all good. I asked the other ladies. I actually asked them this before already. Let me ask you.
Okay.
What do you rate yourself?
I don't. Because I think looks as a woman. Because I don't rate myself because looks are irrelevant when you're a woman.
Nah, baby girl. Now I love you, and you and I, we on the same page. But I'm gonna say this, like, and I'm not talking about this judging self. I will say this: there are certain.
I have a vagina. I don't rate myself.
Yeah,
I don't.
No. Yes, but we have to. Even with that, you got to be realistic and just saying, like, in a scheme of things, you have a Holly Berry or let's say like a Coco Jones.
Hold on, that's a perfect example, Tiff. This is why looks don't matter. Look at Holly Berry. Look at her history. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I got a pussy. Hell, close your eyes. Blink. Hell.
So you can't say a number?
And have it in the Discord because that look there.
Oh, and Tip, and then there's other examples of uglier women who got better men than me. It's not mathing. Yeah, so I don't
like who?
I know unattractive women who have actual providers who never
like
need
who?
a thing from them.
Viola
They are
Davis.
actually unattractive.
Viola Davis is nice looking.
So that don't matter.
She's not unattractive, but if we're talking about what's sexually like the
Precious got a husband.
He white.
Hold on, but Sherelle, again, let's talk about Holly Berry. Tiff, let's talk about Holly Berry. Looks don't matter, sweetie. We have a pussy. You could get used, you could get abused, or you could get treated good.
But you know what, Drea, her mama white, so I wonder if
it don't matter how you look. Huh?
I don't think she can cook. Like some ain't right. That to be that pretty and to have
she can't cook.
Something's going on with she either can't cook or she can't.
But hold on, but that's
Beyonce can't cook.
Example.
She can't cook.
Y'all can say whatever. You can say I'm ugly. You can say I'm a 2. You can say I'm dark. You can say whatever. But that's a perfect example of a woman that's been married multiple times to different races of men who quote unquote is the best looking woman in the world. What was the result? Looks don't matter.
The result is she got married. She got married multiple times.
She's been married multiple times.
That's what I'm trying to say. So most women, most y'all not gonna even cross that finish line ever in your life.
Right.
And
But
she did it 3 times.
What was her result?
Well, because she
woman in the world.
I'm not trying to be whatever, but it's true. Most women did not got to cross that finish line in a life, and she did it 3 times. So for women, the litmus test is being able to marry. Her looks got her into 3 marriages.
No.
There's ugly women married. You haven't seen them.
I'm not saying ugly women aren't married. I'm saying that her looks got her into 3 marriages. That's what I'm saying. She was able to do it 3 times.
August. Out of those 3, she paid alimony. Like not only is she get a divorce, she's paying these dudes. Like, let's not use her.
August. I can't believe you entertaining this.
I don't pay child support. Like, let's be for real.
I'm trying to. All right.
It's so foolish.
It's
so ridiculous, right? Tiff's trying to say something. She doesn't finish the point she's trying to make. And then she argued you just now about Holly Berry being divorced.
What I said is don't use her as the standard, because if you're saying she's been married, yes, she has. She has been married 3 times. But
you brought her up.
I did not bring her up. And I'm saying she's married 3 times, but she's paying 2 of them.
You said Holly Berry, Tiff. You said Holly Berry, and then Drea was like, "Yeah, let's talk about Holly Berry." No, Tiff did because Drea, you were responding to her. You were like, she was like, Holly Berry. You said, "Oh yeah, let's talk about Holly Berry." Mm-hmm. So that's literally what happened. Let me read these, please.
You're right. I was wrong. You're right.
Joe with the $5 says, Drea,
looks don't matter.
Hold on, y'all. Drea logic. Getting a man a birthday gift once a year is too much. but fixing him a plate several times a month is cool. Shrugs. Jeremiah with a 20 ball says, was going to Chipotle, but the panel is cooking and it looks edifying, so I'm grabbing a this might be risky plate today. Black Hawk was popping with a $10 from the Cash App. Says, Sherelle, Dre opinion is her opinion. Damn. Black Hawk with the $10 says, y'all niggas sound like y'all want Valentine girls too. What's Valentine girl?
Hold on. Can I say, Joel, I'll make dinner plates and buy gifts. I never said I wouldn't buy a gift.
Jonathan with the $5 says, yo, Alicia's Hamp can't even talk on his own show. Can y'all hear when he trying to cut in? His pace is on 100. People talk too much. Yeah, I think Drea got a delay for sure. This is her second time having a delay. But most of the time, they don't really care. MC Heavy Tits with the $10 says, statistically, women will leave relationships easier. If she likes him more, she's less likely to leave when issues come up. Yeah. Jay Miller with the $10 says, if women are supposed to like the man more, but most men marry women they like more, does that mean men are responsible for the high divorce rate? Are most men choosing women out of their league? I don't even think it's out of the league. I think that the mindset of the women is misplaced. You know, I think that people think they are more than what they are, you know, for sure. I think two good questions though. Mike Brown with the $5 says, she has a halo over her. Scared maybe, but I agree, Sha. She doesn't revere men in her conversation. Aaron with the $2 says, sad, but most black women feel like Drea do towards black men. Microphone checker with the $5 says, a lot of y'all men that didn't get that son be messing up y'all daughters, yo. They be half women, half man with no privates. Sean Brewer with the $2 says, who's saving, bruh? Crazy. Jonathan with the $5 says, I blame Hamp for not being honest. About what? Sean Brewer with the $2 says, her man got to be in Africa.
I'm considering that African man.
Sean Brewer says, Hamp, what you rate her? I never rated the women. I only asked the question, so I must be consistent. But y'all know, overwhelming majority of people average as hell between a 3 and a 6. Hakeem with the $2 says, Hamp, I'll never forgive you for this shit. Reaper with the $10 says, nah, salute. This is one of the most unintentionally funny shows. Drea is a interdimensional being. She's the only one to leave Hamp stumped consistently. Drea's brain frequencies are crazy. Salute, God. Nah, I don't be stumped, bro. I just listen. Like shit be crazy. Sean Brewer, maybe I just be like, Drea's wilding. But I wish she was trolling, but she don't know. She don't even know what that means. She dead ass. Sean Brewer says Hamp looks depressing as fuck.
Can I say something when you
hold on? Yeah. Like Brown with a $5 says, Drea, is there a chance after the conversation that your outlook on this may be wrong?
Mike, yes, I could always be wrong. I'm open to that. I'm not saying I'm 100% right. This is my opinion.
I've heard Drea make concessions before. Y'all be surprised. Yes.
Like I could be wrong.
That's the start.
But I want to say that I don't give a damn what y'all. Let me just say, I don't give a damn what you mad men rate me. I don't give a damn if y'all said I was a -10. I'm standing on what I said. Like why do men think because they first of all, they be lying, you know, they gonna say, oh, you're ugly and you're this and that because you're mad at what I'm saying because I don't deal with non-providers. But even if I was ugly, I'm still not dealing with you if you're not a provider. So what is your point in bringing up my looks as if that's going to change what I'm saying? Like, make it make sense.
I think with
like, I don't give a fuck if I was a -100. I'm standing on what I said, and I would die alone, and I would want my cat to eat my body. Like, I'm confused.
I can't see my body.
I don't mess with non-providing men. I mean, you said what you said.
Like, I mean that's just ridiculous.
How much do the man got to provide?
That's like trying to tell an ugly man that he has to accept Lizzo. If he don't fucking want to, he don't have to.
We do tell him,
man.
And he said what he said.
He knows
y'all be going way too hard on this, though, bro. Y'all be going
this ain't ugly.
That lady got a man.
Lizzo got a pretty face.
Pretty.
She really
is. But Drea,
we
we do tell.
I mean, there's unattractive men every day who say
Drea,
they don't want
how much
certain
does the
women.
man have to provide?
Like you can't tell somebody what their
Hold on, Drea.
preference is.
Sean got a question. She got a delay. So
go ahead.
How much does
Sean
the man
got a
have to
question.
provide? What does he have to provide? You said you don't fuck with a non-provider. Like, what does he have to provide?
Stability, emotionally safe, mentally safe, physically safe. I don't ask my man for a lot. I just ask him to be a man while he's doing it.
Okay.
And that's like, I'm gonna take care of everything else. Like, I'm creative. I know how to plan stuff. I know how to anticipate his needs. I'm a very good assist.
But do you be breaking bread?
Like, I just want somebody to, that is going to do that part of it.
What about the bills? Who paying those? How's that going?
He's paying the bill. Well, he's going to pay majority of them.
Okay.
And I've never experienced anything else. So, and I have given gifts. I have, I just, I haven't taken care of a man, but I've given gifts. I like to cater to my man. I don't know what y'all talking about. I don't know why Shaw thinks I'm LGBTQ. Well, he probably talking about the thing that I've been saying, though. He probably talking about mentally.
He don't think.
He think I'm LGBTQ. I don't care, Shot.
He don't think you're a dagger.
I don't think he was saying it in that way. I think
he was joking.
He was joking.
Hey, I was messing with her.
Yeah. So
that was me,
Black Hawk got a question for Shad. Black Hawk with the $10 cash app says, Shad, are the men gay that talk like Drea?
That's ridiculous. Don't do a shot. Don't do it, brother. Don't do it, brother.
I'm staying consistent today. Fuck it. Yeah.
Okay. It's Toxic Thursday. It's Toxic Thursday. It's 12 o'clock.
In the mind. In the mind.
No, in Atlanta, it's already 12 o'clock. Toxic Thursday started.
30. Okay. MC Heavy says for the 10 ounces, I'll agree. Most women in their early 20s think like her, but grown women know better. Joel with the $5 says they tell ugly men every day to get with big girls and single mothers. Ask me how I know.
So you are
we don't gotta ask.
Do y'all know?
Hey, I will say this though.
Don't do Joel like that, because in reality, when you have a conversation with him and just listen,
don't do Joel like that. Joel said
do Joel like what?
He's a nice guy.
He said that he's ugly. He said the super chat.
He's not ugly.
Joel said the super chat. Hold on, Sean. What were you about to say?
What's his hand?
I was just saying that's the criticism that women throw on men when they have conversation and I don't even think they sound. Drea different. I ain't gonna lie, like Drea different. She in her own. She got her own like flow the way she put it down. But that's the criticism they put on men when they have similar talking points. So I mean, I'm just but I was playing though. I ain't talking about nothing.
No, I think that was because that was cute little thing. Like everything you get y'all niggas get.
Yeah, I mean, we do tell a nigga like, yo, nigga, you shooting too high, nigga.
I'm negative 50.
Hey, but Dre, I'm trying to tell you though, I think the men are just trying to tell you like the best bet to get the results that you're looking for, or even close to it, is that you got to act your number and you got to figure out what your number is. Because men are visual. Well, then
he gonna be a negative 50 I'm about to tell you, but he gonna be a provider.
I'm gonna tell you like this: men are visual. Men are visual first. So if you have to understand what men are into, you could try and delude yourself and say that it's not about looks. It's 1,000% about looks first. 1,000%.
Hold on, so then tell me why is Holly Berry's results her results then?
She got married 3 times.
Right, 3 different men, and she's the most beautiful woman in the world.
That's what I'm trying to say. She crossed the finish line 3 times.
No.
Most women are never gonna cross it ever.
Babe. I could have. Anybody could go down to the courthouse. I'm talking about a real marriage.
How you gonna get a man to propose to you and say, "Hey, come marry me"? A man that you want
proposed to.
A man that you want propose to you.
Babe,
take you down the courthouse.
I'm talking about Halle Berry within her marriage. Anybody can go downtown. Let's stop pretending. I'm talking
Halle
about
Berry
how
within
you
her
treat
marriage?
it within a marriage, how it's sustained.
Yeah,
What do you mean by that?
So
anybody can go downtown.
So she basically saying just because you got the look don't mean you got the whole package.
Just because you got the ring don't mean shit either.
The looks mean that you
Kim
have
K was married for 30 days.
The looks mean that you have the access. The looks grant you the access to even be able to talk this shit.
So you want to obtain some shit that don't last?
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Hold on, August. So it don't last? What does it mean?
That means, so who ended those relationships? Was it Halle Berry or was it those men? Did they leave her or did she leave them? She left them. I'm sure
what
of
they
it.
did.
Nah, she left them. So that's what I'm trying to say. So she's the one who has the choice. The looks is give you the access to even have a conversation. I'm trying to tell you right now, and that's what men are trying to tell you. If you don't got the looks, you don't have a right to demand nothing. You know what I'm saying? You gotta
cheated on her. August, they dogged her out. Are you serious?
What?
I don't
agree with that. Left. They dogged her out.
They cheated on her.
They dogged her out.
You know that for a fact, or you just making that shit up right now?
Go read it. Go read it. She's open about it. She wrote a book.
Yeah, it's not.
She wrote a book.
Y'all, hold on, y'all. Fall back.
Oh, I'm
so
sorry.
August, 1 second. So August, if you find out her history, which was a bit traumatic, the first person that she kind of dated that we knew about was Wesley Snipes, which that was a bit volatile. She was with David Justice, her first husband. It was violent. Then she
looks don't matter.
Eric Benet, who he ended up being a sex addict, and then the last husband, which was in between that, she had the baby by the first white guy that was a model that he has full custody, but she pays him. And then the last guy, which was another white person, which she's biracial judgment. Hold on. But even in that, she's had 3 marriages and 3 divorces. And I hear what you're saying. But here's the thing. The goal is not just to get married because you can say you're married. The goal is to stay married and be able to kind of work through certain things. So
we understand that part. Okay. We understand that the goal is to stay married. But here's the thing. There's a few things that you are missing, right? Okay. And hindsight is 2020. We understand, like now we can look back and be like, oh, this is what happened. But she got married. She got Wesley Snipes. You understand what I'm saying? This is a
they don't understand. August, they don't understand what you're saying. August is saying, this is what August is saying. This is what August is saying. Halle Berry has that level of access. Ray, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Oh, damn, y'all. Halle Berry has access to these men because of how she looks. Right? She can demand certain things from men because of how she looks. You can have your standards and not waver, Drea, but the likelihood that you achieve those standards from men is less likely if you don't look like a Halle Berry. That's all he's saying. He's not saying that she was perfect in her relationships or they lasted forever, but she had those opportunities to date those many men.
I got it. What I'm trying to say is that those opportunities, I don't want those opportunities. I don't see where that's a great opportunity.
That's it. That's the bottom line.
They was all millionaires.
Like where is that a good opportunity?
Yeah, so
they
would be
3 millionaires.
Those men would be
a millionaire that beat her ass to a buddy.
Those men would be provider males, right? They have the access, they have the means, right? They have the cachet, right? They could do the things in which you're asking for. Because of how she's looked, she's able to access those men at a exponential rate. If you don't have those looks, it's less likely, if at all, that those men would even look your way. The things that you want from men. That's the point that he's illustrating. He's not talking about the success rate. He's talking about the access potential.
Just the access.
Oh, yeah. I get that.
Right.
Okay. I disagree. I can get access to whatever from any type of man.
You get
hold on.
But no, because Dre, you asked, you was talking about this man, and they saying the man that you want is a unicorn. But let's say that you see that man 10 times a day, he don't see you, he looks clean past you. It's the same way you go outside, you might see the garbage man, the man holding the door, and you look past him but there's men looking past you. men that you desire, the man that you desire,
Definitely.
your dream man, the one that you would be infatuated with. He's looking past you because he's looking at women who look like Halle Berry.
Hey, Drea. Hey, Drea.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do you like Usher. Open up, babe.
I got you. All right, what was Saad? Let me get Saad. Saad, what are you trying to say?
My point is that
I'm just trying to figure out how y'all.
no, and I get Sherelle made sure. Go ahead, Saad.
She got a delay, so she ain't doing it on purpose.
Oh no, Dre pulled me. But no, I was just saying, like, I understand what like your point is with August and you, Hamp, but it's still like I still feel like if you stood that girl, regardless if you was 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, if you carry yourself a certain way, if you have that aura about you, if you got that swag about you, niggas still gonna come. Like we see bitches who got niggas that's like really about their life and presents themselves a certain type of way or a caliber and like business savvy and all that. And their bitch don't. You be like, damn, how she pull that?
Looks don't matter.
I think that's an exception to the rules, side, and then we got to talk about the rules. You understand what I'm saying? There's like something like
I agree.
Let's say a man like Chris Brown. In his mind, he only ever gonna fuck with a 10. You know what I'm saying? Like he got rules about who can come in his section. There's people who won't let you. You ever been to the club and then they tell you, look, you go to a high-end club, they looking through the line like if you ain't a 10, you're not getting in this.
His baby mom is a 6 or 5.
Go
She's not a 10.
Look at Miami nightclubs to this day because they just
Chris
had
Brown's baby mom was like a 5.
They just had women go viral.
Probably a 4. She ain't no 10.
Women go their ass to Miami thinking they the bad bitch, thinking they that girl in them club. Tell them, bitch, you ugly, get out the line. You ain't coming in here fucking
right. So Sherelle,
when you gotta be put on that scale, like this shit just matters. I'm not saying we don't.
I'm not saying that shit can't happen, but what I'm saying is bitches like that, they know their lane. So they're gonna go in their lane. Like I understand it may be a unicorn, but y'all talk about celebrities. Okay, Usher's wife was his stylist, like she was regular. Like a lot of these men.
Wait a minute! Don't use Usher.
Celebrities. Like they're women don't like these people that y'all like to claim, like Halle Berry or whatever.
Yeah. I want y'all to watch this back.
But Chris,
I want y'all to watch this.
You talking
back.
about his current wife or the old?
Well, listen to this. I want y'all to watch this back and hear what y'all saying.
Okay.
If you saying if you that girl, what is Saad talking? When you walking in the club, I heard what you said already. When we walking in the club, right?
Use Precious.
No, I'm talking about me walking in the club, right? The Park at 14th, one of the big clubs, 12 story, and I'm about to go, and I'm the last DJ to go, right? When I was outside, right? We literally walking, me and my mans. They like, oh, who you? Boom, boom, boom. I might be walking, so I'm focused on the set. My man be like, her come. We don't know if she that bitch or whatever Saad said. She's sitting there and she looked like $1 million. And we say, come on. That's it.
Okay.
That's what happens. And I just like y'all never seen this shit before.
I'm not saying
it's like a movie.
What I said, looks are subjective.
No, yes, Drea, I know you standing on it. You said if I gotta die alone, fuck it. Drea don't care. She said that already.
Look at what Sherelle said. Chris Brown baby mom's a 6, a hot 5. She ain't cute.
I don't think.
She's not pretty.
Pull up Chris Brown's baby mom, Sherelle.
I don't know what she looks like.
But no, that's not what I'm saying. I understand
so
that makes everyday real life
baby mom.
Wait. Go ahead, Saad, because I want to hear
not wife.
Hold on, let's let it go.
I understand what Hemp is saying, but like that's like I don't know if I should use this word because I don't know if I can say it.
Go ahead.
But,
just say it, Saad. I'm not sensitive.
You're not about to troll me. But no.
Which one you talking about? He got 3 of them.
She's talking about pronunciating. Go ahead. We ain't gonna say nothing. Go ahead, Shot. Go ahead, Saad.
I think that was just extreme when you said
woman?
like because we're talking about like everyday encounters. Like
this woman not that cute. Ugly. She's ugly.
Hold on, Sherelle.
Like I understand pretty privilege is a thing, but it's like I still know females that like have money, and although because they do not look a certain way, they carry their stuff a certain way, that niggas are still attracted to them.
No.
Okay, that's a well. No, she's saying that they have money. Is that what you said?
No, not even just money, but they are in those rooms to get those men attention, regardless of the look.
How are they in the rooms? You just said they have money. That's what you just said. So what do you mean?
So if they are a realtor or a police officer, they network with a certain class of people where although they're still not like the baddest girl or whatever, like because they exude certain characteristics, they can still get a man in a good quality.
Have you now and this is what I mean about moving around in these particular rooms. Have you seen the $1 million realtors? Have you seen them?
Yes, and I've seen.
Do you see? No. But you talking about you saying that the Jakes is in the room with who? What is a police officer? Where they at?
I'm not saying they all in the same room. I'm just giving you people of different backgrounds. They maneuver in their own space. Like I don't know. You're not about to do this. At the end of the day, a ugly bitch can get a woman. I mean, get a man, and that's just that. So.
God is confirming that you don't have to be a beauty to get a well-off man.
She didn't confirm it. She just said a thing that's not true.
1 second. So based off of what Hamp just said, if you go and you look, we know that T.O. got money. He's not unattractive. But when you see T.O.'s wife, who was on real estate, and he's quick to say, she's smarter than me. She paid more bills than me. Like, she's one of those rarities. Like, that's a 10 on top of a 10 on top of a 10. And she, I just don't want us to be unrealistic and saying, like, yes, we know that there are men that have married.
You mean Ocho? You mean Ocho?
I'm not saying I'm real.
You're talking about Sherelle. Yeah.
Is that her name? The real estate, the realtor.
Sherelle, she fly.
That was the best thing he ever did.
Yeah, Sherelle is a baddie.
Smart, attractive.
But she's she's fly though. That's the point.
Yeah. I'm not willing to go.
I don't know anybody that's the.
But most millionaires' wives are not super bad.
We're trying to tell you how men think.
Most wealthy men's wives are not super bad.
Men are looks first.
But I'm
second
giving
and
hope
third.
to the ugly bitches out here, okay?
Ain't no hope. Ain't no. You gotta lower your standards.
No, we're not about to do that.
I'm giving y'all standards. Y'all gotta act your number. Stop doing it. Stop it. It's not helping them. It's gonna keep them single for life.
No,
that's what I'm trying to tell you. It's bad advice.
Saudi, you literally saying be delusional. You can do it.
No, I'm literally saying
it's either what we want or nothing at all.
I'm literally saying be the best person that you can be. Because you still will find someone. That's what I'm saying.
No, that's not what you said. You saying.
Well, now I'm saying it. I'm setting the record straight. So, ladies, be the best person that you can be, and you're gonna find somebody. Even
that's if bad advice. Add your number.
No, look. So it's like
add your goddamn number, and you'll find somebody.
They saying y'all average people, y'all need to get regular cars, and everybody want a Bentley because the Bentley is the car. And then the couple of women who won a luxury Benz on the fucking radio. You know when the radio used to give out cars? My stepmama got one before. And now we about to talk about the girls. No, because if you call in the Q93 and give them the top 888, you gonna win that's the fucking exception to the rule. It's not the rule. So it's just saying humble yourself and be okay with being with regular men because you're a regular person. Sherelle. Find your match. It's your level.
Sherelle, Chris Brown baby mom got access to young girl.
Don't have no
you making my point.
Chris Brown baby mom
making my point.
Girls is bad as fuck, Dre. I don't know what you're talking about. All three of Chris Brown baby mamas are bad as fuck. He don't have one ugly baby mama.
The lie detector determined that a lie.
Okay,
Rihanna was the only thing that was the baddest thing he ever touched.
What are you saying, so we can understand clearly what you're trying to convey?
Just because you may not be the baddest of the bad,
if his baby mom got access, I'm good.
If you're gonna find somebody, and just because you may not be the prettiest girl, does not mean you have to have low standards and just settle for anything because you don't.
No.
You gotta settle for this. You gotta settle for your number. That's all we saying.
No, definitely settle and stay in your lane. I'm not saying
That's all I'm saying. A lot of these women got these inflated ideas.
No, I get what you're saying. It was just
a lot
like
of these women, they want provider males, and they can take care of everything, and they don't look like the provider female type. You know what I'm saying? Like they gotta act in them. They have to deal with a nigga that make about $48,000, $45,000. Get with him and make a nuclear family and make it happen. You know what I'm saying?
Doing that.
And be okay with that.
Nobody's doing that.
Not to have
they doing it. They doing it.
I talk to a man right now that's making 100. So no.
Stay in your lane.
Hey, good luck.
Nobody's doing that.
Yeah. So I think you saying a lot at once. I think y'all think it sound better than what it does. Drea said what she said, right? She said, if I gotta die alone, this is my standard. I ain't changing it. I saw too much from my dad. Period. That's what she's saying. Saul was saying you've seen women who are unattractive achieve connections with attractive men, right?
Every day.
We're saying that's an extreme outlier, and it generally isn't the goal or standard that they should set if they want to get a relationship substantively. Then Saul said, stay in your lane, believe in yourself, and then there's a nigga out there for you within reason. Now that's something, Saw, that they can take and apply. But we saying so many things at once. And we saying on the ground level, right, where I am as just a club DJ, even with that level of cachet, they getting ignored if they don't look a particular way. Even for the aesthetic of the club, it doesn't make sense to have unattractive people in the front or on the tables and in the balconies. Right. So it don't even make business sense to do.
Right.
You know, and so Holly Berry, I think, kind of messed us up a little bit. Right. Just talking about her.
That was just
yeah. She brought us too far because we were talking about, but did those men keep her in success? The point is that she had the ability to do so. And that's what was being articulated.
But
it's
still, man,
that doesn't matter.
August's point that even when you're an attractive woman, the unbecoming behavior is going to have to be checked, because even though it may grant you access, bitch, if you got all these other problems, you're gonna get the fuck too. It don't matter if you look as good as Holly Berry. So if Holly Berry can't look that good and be a bad wife, then you don't look nowhere near as good as her. Get your shit together for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It just grant the access. The looks grant the access. That's what I'm trying to say.
I don't think that you realize that. So what I've been trying to say is literally anybody can go get married. I mean, even LGBTQ can get married now. Anybody can go downtown and sign the paperwork. That shit means nothing. The point is to have a marriage, sustain a marriage, and how you're treated within that marriage. I gave that, or me or Tiff gave that example just out this clearly blue sky, because that's a very clear example of her being with multiple men who dogged her out, and she's the most beautiful woman. Looks don't fucking matter. Looks are subjective. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And also we're not even we have to talk about what beauty is. Beauty means different things to different people. Your skin tone. It's motherfuckers who simply off of skin tone think somebody beautiful. It's motherfuckers who simply think off of eye color you're beautiful, even though it's no fact. Like, beauty is subjective. So this is why y'all would never convince me otherwise, because I've actually lived that life and I've actually seen it. I go get the info for myself. I don't believe shit nobody say. Y'all gonna tell me what y'all think, but I've been in the clubs.
Question. So you trying to say that there isn't a general?
It depends on who got the money and who's telling you to come over. And I'm very dark skinned. And I've had men in the club who prefer dark skinned women. So guess who was over in VIP and guess who wasn't?
So I got a question. Tell me. So you telling me that there isn't a general? I'm about to ask you a question. You can't tell. So you're saying that there isn't a general standard of what beauty is, like that most people would agree. Not all. Not the exceptions, but just the general standard of what beauty is.
I mean, not really. Not really. What is it? Is it light? Is it dark? Is it tall?
Like Beyonce? It's like Kelly Rowland. It's like,
Yeah, there's no.
There's like a supermodel. You know what I'm saying?
literal context, so you know that that's bullshit. We have a Miss America pageants. We have pageants where people from all over the country,
right,
and it's different shades of women representing their countries. Right. And every year we either gonna get a light skin or dark skin. We've had Miss America's darkest skins, the light skins. They are fucking going to compete for their country as the most beautiful women in the world and being graded and tested. Yes, there is a beauty standard, and the only people who want to contest that shit is the people who don't come close to that motherfucker. That's it.
That's
it always matters, models. And it never matters when it comes to women, because we want to bullshit that eye in the beholder. But when Joel come up here and act like he get to get a Beyonce, niggas gonna be quick to humble him and tell him better get to the back of the line and see if fucking Gabrielle Saturday get a divorce from that white man and want to pick him up after.
Yep.
So again, no.
That's a fact.
No, because if you look up or if you know models, actual real models in real life, the standard conventionally beautiful is not a thing for models. It's about looking a certain way, looking different, looking like not looking like other people. It has nothing to do with beauty.
That's why I said Miss America.
So again, it's
Miss America.
It's in the eye of the beholder.
She said Miss America.
There's models from all over the world who look completely
She said Miss America.
That's why there's models
she said Miss America. She said Miss
models that look like all.
She said Miss America. Right?
Miss America.
That's what she said directly. Right? She said what she said directly. Right? She said Miss America. Right? It's a beauty pageant. Right? They're looking at asymmetry, and these women have beat women in their country before they even get to the pageant themselves. When you look at the Miss America or the states, so there's beauty standards that exist, right? I mean, it just is what it is. To dismiss them is just being obtuse. Now, are we saying that people get lucky? If y'all believe in luck, sure. We're not dismissing that, but let's keep it tall. And I think the instance that Sherelle kind of laid out was, if someone come up here, a man who is ugly or unattractive, niggas say that shit in a heartbeat. That nigga don't get no picks.
That's your opinion, though. You actually think you're the
judge? No. What I'm saying is you're not. And again, this is. I'm getting tired now, so I'm about to kind of. Y'all not gonna be able to interject as much. So what we're saying is what happens, right? And there's a general consensus. We know who's handsome. We know who's pretty. We know who's unattractive. You know what I'm saying? Whether or not you give the commentary is one thing. But nigga will tell a nigga, you ain't Beyonce level. Niggas will tell a nigga that. And that nigga know that too. If a nigga score and get blessed, niggas acknowledge that. But we got to keep it honest if we're going to be successful in what it is we trying to achieve here.
Whatever y'all say, looks don't matter. That shit's subjective.
Well,
I've seen it. I've seen it my whole life, so I just don't believe y'all. I'm sorry.
I've enjoyed you, gentlemen, but as a wife, it's midnight. I've got to shut the house down. My husband is asleep, and I've edged out, and I'm part of being his peace is keeping the house peaceful. So, HAMP, see you in the Discord. Sean, Sherelle, Side, baby girl, August, nice to meet you. Mel, man, next time say more than 5 words, but it's good to see you. I appreciate your dimples. Everybody else in the chat, y'all have a good thing, and I'm gonna go just call it right now. MC Heavy Tits and Joel, the first This Might Be Risky marriage.
MC Heavy Tits I make Joel my first husband. Mike Brown with the tells us looks is the entrance / access. John Brewer with the $2 says, all right, Tiff, be safe. Why the fuck are we comparing Holly for any convo? Holly was out of bounds. MC Heavy Tips with the $10 says, truth is, most of us ain't getting invited to the section. We had to get there early to get in free. Sean Brewer with the $5 says, no way y'all say breezy baby mother not cute. We getting punked.
She's not.
Jay Mills with the $2 says, the market sets the value. Arnold Allen with the $5 says, the less attractive women have to outperform the attractive women in the other categories. Our women are not willing to give via service to a man. Sean Brewer with the $5 says, most women can get a 3 a.m. call, but not the I'm taking you out call. It's a difference. Joe with the $5 says, regardless of what I look like or what I have going on, I wish a woman would tell me she's quote unquote settled for me. That ain't flying over here. Oh, Nikasu with the $2. Anyone can get married. Drea's still looking at 50. Mr. Fantastic with the $10. What up, Mr. Fantastic? Says, unattractive women always use colorism as an excuse. No nigga is turning down a bad bitch regardless of skin tone. Kenya Moore is dark and was Miss America. Joe with the $5 says, Sherelle,
Kenya
you
Moore
always
is very
going
beautiful.
to extremes. A man wanting a decent woman with no kids does not mean he wants a Beyonce. Hell, even she got kids.
I don't get it. I'm just meaning a man, people would try to clown his looks for wanting something outrageous. But we can come up here and be like, we want Chris Brown or we want Mars Chestnut or whoever. No matter what we look like.
Yeah, everybody wants, right? It's about what you can
beauty's
obtain,
subjective.
right? It's about the results, man. But it is an interesting conversation, right? But I think it does lead us into a level of delusion. If everything is subjective, it's about outliers and making outliers the norm. Outliers don't disprove; they actually prove the standard. That's why we can call them out, you know. And a lot of things depend on time and place to a point that Saad was trying to convey, right? But you have to be in those sets and settings to potentially even have the opportunity, right? And how you get in there. I mean, you see the shit that's going on in Hollywood, right?
Yeah.
It's they always saying somebody had to sell their soul or do something strange and etc. That shit ain't free, especially if you don't got the aesthetic to back it up.
Right, but that confirms my point. It's less about looks. I mean, I think people get into that for the laugh of it, for jokes, whatever. It's funny, haha. But that shit don't mean nothing. Because again, you can actually look up most millionaires. Their wife list average. That shit is not, and a lot of men who are broke, they're always speaking for men who have money. How do you even know? You don't even have money.
Right, Dre, let it land, right? You made your point, right? I'm just hoping that they understand like the reality for most of us, right? Because we understand that aesthetics matter, generally speaking, to most people. Most people has a superficial outlook on things, right? So what they see, you know, there's sensory things that happen when you see something that is attractive to you, smells in the whole 9 yards, which is why cologne, even though we joke about it, is actually an important part. Cleanliness and all of that, right? And so there's things that actually happen that are uncontrollable when you see something that is appealing to you. And so that's what it is, you know? So
that I just
want
know
y'all
that looks isn't the
Dre,
only
that's
component.
the final thought.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Right. So if you get blessed, get lucky, there's something that's a little bit above your pay grade, you know, all praises, right? But generally speaking, the overwhelming majority of us aren't. Let's keep everything in perspective so we can be as successful as possible in all things, you know. So that's all. But this was fun. I'll let y'all go off, right? And him, stop him. Y'all don't want me to stop him. Shut up. Y'all know y'all don't want me to stop him. But y'all did good though. Y'all did good, man. August yelling. All the down south people yell.
We loud. We don't mean no
Yeah,
harm.
y'all just, it's not even yelling, y'all just loud. Drea, see, the Midwest is like down south to me. I don't know why I see it like that. So Drea yelling makes sense. So but y'all did good, man. Hey, Toxic Thursday in the Discord. Get your tickets to DC. DC is it. That shit gonna be popping. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. It's Toxic Thursday. That's the disclaimer. All right. Okay, the rules are few and far between. All right. So be prepared, especially after this evening. Get your tickets to DC. Get your tickets to DC. Get your tickets to DC. Most High willing, I'll see y'all on Friday. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Be safe and do the right thing, man. Like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend.
Tell a friend.
We out.
We out.